how we do it. Yeah. That's how we do it.
Inside Stone's Gambling Hall in Sacramento, California, you'll find Sammy's Restaurant and Bar. Recognized for its innovative, healthy global cuisine, Sammy's offers menu selections made with local, organic ingredients. Indulgent options like truffle fries, duck tacos, artisan wood-fired pizzas, fresh salads, and more, along with an eclectic selection of craft beers and classic handcrafted cocktails. Plus, with 40 big screen TVs, Sammy's is also the perfect place to catch your favorite game. Satisfy your craving anytime, 24/7, tableside or in the dining room at Sammy's Restaurant and Bar at Stone's Gambling Hall.
A minute here. Okay. Well, welcome to another special, fantastically awesome edition to Stones Live. We're going to call this the Robe Edition.
Yes, Robe Life.
How do you feel about it? I am your host, Justin Kelly, along with the infamous
Michael Longcar.
Nailed it. So tonight we have a very lovely game. It's the first time we've been streaming this game for you. It is a 5-5 no limit with dollar antes.
Yes. Oh, yes. I'm hoping the perfect scenario happens tonight where I'm 6th on the list, so I'm hoping.
Right?
I know it's a little savage, but hopefully 5 or 6 people get busted, the show ends, and I get seated. This is gonna be a great game tonight.
Yeah, so
I've always wanted to play an ante game, so it's gonna be great.
You're gonna slide right out of here and slide right into there. I see what you're gonna.
Right
you're gonna watch exactly how they're playing the whole time, and then be like,
Yes.
boom, I'm in.
Yes. Oh, it's gonna be great. I'm really excited for the show tonight, and I know that a lot of people know with the ante and being involved that you gotta play lots of hands. You can't play the super tight aggressive. You're gonna get, the blinds are gonna hurt you too bad. So should be a lot of action tonight, guys. Should be great.
I'm super stoked. Yeah, we have a stellar lineup. Guys, I'm ready, man. I've already seen who's playing over there. I've already watched a couple pots. I think that might have happened before we started streaming.
Yep.
Looking forward to it.
Yes, that was gonna be awesome.
Super down. Okay, so I guess let's get down to the table, guys. Let's start walking around here. Seat 1. Affectionately dubbed by Veronica, your resident honey badger.
KG.
With one of
Look
the
at that
best,
sexy picture.
with one of the best mugshots around.
Oh,
Really.
that's my boy right there.
Yeah,
oh,
yeah.
That's my boy.
Kyle G in the house for sure. Loving life, killing it. Lots of years. Always a good time.
Yes.
Seat 2, regular to the stream. I feel like we barely catch a stream where he's not on it these days.
Jeff, yes.
Good old Jeff Sardell. You can't miss him. A poker regular here in the Sacramento area.
Yep.
For sure. And then let's cruise over to seat 3. We got Matt C. Now, have you played with Matt before?
I have never played with Matt. I got the pleasure of meeting him here before the show. Super nice guy. Best of luck to him tonight.
And obviously he's a golfer, so I'm sure he's down for some side prop bets as well.
That's right.
Very cool, very cool. And then seat 4, Casey. No stranger to the stream with a professional headshot. Clearly a little too professional here.
That's very professional.
And Casey is everything that is poker, chips, gambling. I mean, when I'm in here, and I don't see him, the rare times I don't see him here, I see him on what we call the dark side, just barreling blackjack, just with stacks and stacks of chips. And he takes it from there and he comes over, and I would say to give it back, but he doesn't. He actually just takes more from here too.
That's awesome.
So that's good. And then moving on, seat 5, we got Ben. Ben, super good dude, a dealer here at Stones as well. Yeah, just good times, good vibe, all around good player. And again, being a dealer here, he has seen with and played with all of these players before. And so I'm sure we'll see some fun antics from him as well. And then moving on, seat 6, I don't think he needs an explanation, but go for it.
Hollywood.
Hollywood in the house.
He was. What's up, buddy? He was. I was talking to him before the show. He's hilarious. I wish him the best of luck. He's a super funny guy. Great
Yeah,
guy.
no, Hollywood is all the way super nice. And I'll tell you what, one of the couple players who comes over religiously tosses an envelope with some money in the booth for us and was like, drinks on me afterwards.
Yep.
So I mean, if anything, if he wasn't already cool enough, he can go up a notch. If
That
was,
kind of guy.
if that was
That kind of
actually
guy.
possible. Moving over here to seat 7, Reggie. Good old Reggie, another super bomb regular guy on the stream here. Not afraid to get involved in any pot, any 2 cards. Just an overall good dude. Super solid player. Doesn't really matter what limit you're playing. He's just a fan of the game. You know, for sure. Moving on down, AA Ron. You done messed up, AA Ron.
You done messed up.
Any guy who has their own custom shirt, I'm a fan of.
Yes.
Period. End of story.
I love it.
I mean, come on. If you see that at the table and you know his name's AA Ron, like, what are you gonna do?
No, he's great.
I mean, I love it.
He's a great guy.
I absolutely love it. So, last but certainly not least, Frederick. Seat 9, also becoming a regular on our stream. I think his first stream was maybe like 4 or 5 streams ago, and he's been on like every one since, man. He's just like, when's your next game? When's the next stream? I'm in. You know, I love it. And actually we were talking with him too, and he said that he's gone back, he's been watching a lot of the stream, watches his own play, and he uses it as a learning tool, not only to study other players and and get an edge there, but he also uses it to advance his own game, sees where he might have made a mistake, and likes to just really step it up time and time again. And we've actually seen that improvement over the streams, and I think we're only going to see more.
Sounds great.
So I am super duper stoked.
Yes.
First anti-live stream game.
Oh, this is great. I've never played in a Hold'em Annie game, so this is going to be fun to watch.
Absolutely. Everybody in the chat, all the regulars. Let's see, JFK
What's up, everybody?
Stones, Rick and Barstow, Sly Cry, all the regs. You guys are fantastic. You may be wondering and asking yourself, why the robes? First off, why not?
Come on.
Why not? Come on. Right? I mean, poker is a comfort game sport.
That's right.
So, I mean, how can you not? And secondly, I believe somebody, not to name names, likes to play. Stop looking around. You know it's you. Likes to play poker tournaments in robes, and then affectionately take them down.
That's right.
For big money. So I guess we're living that robe life. Hashtag robe life.
Hashtag robe life all day.
Put it in. Let's do it. Fantastic. Oh my God, all the way.
I like it. You pulled it off very nicely.
Oh my God.
Ladies,
I know. I was just trying.
Ladies, Justin is very single.
It's true.
He will take you out on a first date in the robe if you like. That's
true.
definitely a thing.
Very single makes it sound almost a little bad. Almost a little too single. But speaking of the opposite, I hear that you're not single.
Oh shit! You're putting me on blast.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I met the royal flush. So
unbeatable.
I'm gonna have to stick with that hand. You know.
Nice.
It's pretty awesome. Yeah.
You got the nuts. If that really works in this scenario, I guess.
Yeah, it sounds a little bad. Yeah, I have the nuts. I do have the nuts.
Fantastic, dude. Well, that's good, man. That's good. That's tough to find. But when you find it, hopefully, it gets paid off.
Exactly.
The table, right? So
exactly. No, I'm looking for the huge payoff. It should be good. Hell yeah.
Absolutely love
All right.
it. Angry Polak in the house to troll us around a little bit.
What's up, everybody? Thanks for joining us in the chat. We appreciate the funny banter, and we know Angry Polak, we know you're good for that, so
oh yeah,
should be good.
And the chat, oh God bless the chat. They are always fun. The chat's half the show, man.
That's right.
These guys are too funny. Aunties are live. Angry Polak joining us remotely from, I believe she's traveling the great city of Los Angeles right now.
LA.
She's cruising around in LA, hanging out, having a good time.
Nice,
and look,
nice.
AA Ron, we're going in our first hand here, and AA Ron is wearing the shirt.
I love it. I love it.
Striking
He's
fear.
a funny guy. He's a really funny guy. All right, so we got the action going here now. Got a few playable hands here. A lot of playable hands. Here we go. Way to start off the stream.
And a resident KG C1 popping it to 30.
So KG raises to 30. What is that? What is that? What's that Hollywood? What's his what's that, knight in shining armor?
Yeah, pretty
What is
much.
that? I love
right?
it.
Oh, look at his shirt. No, his shirt is Heisenberg from Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad. I love it.
Monster.
I watched that show from the very beginning.
Oh,
I was
did you?
actually, a little annoyed when the whole world started watching it.
Yeah.
For good reason. It's one of the best shows ever.
I was one of those guys who totally binge watched to catch up, and then I was so sad that I had to wait a week at a time for an episode.
I know, right?
No,
it was that good.
Brutal. It was the worst.
So good.
All right, to the flop. Look at this flop.
Oh,
Top
here we
pair
go.
for Matt.
Let's
bottom,
start the action off right tonight.
Woohoo! Bottom set for Casey. Danger.
Casey starts off the show with the dream, flopping bottom set, first hand. Doesn't get any better than that. Rainbow flop.
I swear, the last stream we had, again, very first couple hands was just action central.
Oh, this is great. Or should I say, great for Casey.
Exactly. Pot's at 164 already. We got a bet of 50 from Casey. Going around, Kyle gets out of there. Back to Matt.
Matt's definitely going to call here, and unfortunately for him, as we see on the screen, he is drawing 2% because we know what the other cards were, and
he's drawing Super Slim Jim.
Turns a 6.
That's going to put him drawing dead.
So, semi-coordinated turn card here with the low cards. Hopefully for Matt's sake, that turn card will be enough to, Matt checked his hand here on the flop, so he's played this a little coy. I mean, he definitely can't just give up here.
Yeah, he's thinking, he's honestly, he's represented his hand as relatively weak, so Casey could be doing this with any ace,
Yes.
essentially.
Exactly.
And so that, unfortunately, might end up costing Matt this pot. Well, I mean, costing him more money.
So Casey bets 80 on the turn. Matt calls to the river.
Now, this is going to slow things down. It does complete possible running flush. It does put a 4-card straight on the board. I mean, Matt still might be in check call mode. Really, it's a matter of how much more money can Casey extract from him. Obviously, I don't see any fear of a check raise here coming from Matt. Casey's just going to value bet it, you know, because Matt, if he obviously had a set beat, Matt would never check the river.
Yeah, and this is a perfect, as what I call a bet fold spot, or maybe even a bet hero spot if you get check raised here. See if Matt can sniff this out. Hopefully for him, he can sense that he is beat here with the 4-card straight on board.
G-Man49, I don't think I have a voice modifier on my own self right now, but we're gonna look into the mic scenario and see what we can do for you. All right, so bet and a call. Look at this, right off the bat, first hand. Let's get Casey chipping up and adding 400 more to his stack.
Did he call the river there?
He did.
Oh, wow. Nice start for Casey.
Boom shakalaka.
Yeah, with the way he played his hand there, that's he definitely got himself into a tough
Would you like a
spot
complimentary
there.
Stone's
Thank you.
water?
Yes.
Sir?
Oh,
Cheers.
so refreshing.
Let's get
Cheers.
this party started. I love it.
So nice start to Casey. Nice start for Casey here to start the show. And
Now, unfortunately, you guys can't get the full effect of the robes, and so I don't flash you the entire thing. I won't hold up my foot, but this is the slipper we're rocking today.
And yes, these are also.
Wait for it.
These are Justin's here. He's letting me rock these bad boys tonight. I got the kicks.
That's it.
I got the sick kicks going on tonight.
Guys, that's how we
The
do it on
slippers
Stones
are
Live.
real. These are
Slipper pumps.
These are
Cheers.
legit. Boom.
Done.
Love it.
The Jake, welcome. You know what? You can have just as much fun with Kyle on Wednesday. We won't stop you, buddy. If you guys want to wear robes, this isn't like a trademarked scenario. You guys can totally do it.
Yes.
It's okay, Jake.
Nick Julia, Longcar, are you going to wear the robe on the 18th? I am definitely going to be wearing the robe soon for a tournament. Very soon. Very soon.
I mean, I feel like the rope, so we've said this before in the stream, salads are positive EV, right? I mean,
Yes.
You eat a salad, apparently you take down pots. I guess the rope for you is super positive EV.
It's so positive. My ROI is very high in this.
You're like, oh my God, how'd you river me? But like, dude, did you see the rope? Did you see the outfit? How'd you not see that
I
coming?
swear to you on my life that there were a couple hands. I feel like I got paid off because of the robe. I feel like people were a little annoyed with me.
Yep.
It was great.
Hey, that works, dude. And that's where you say sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Exactly.
Fantastic. So it looks like we got a race to 25 by KG.
Ah, there is no future. Awesome. Nice to meet you,
And
man.
Hollywood is gonna call. Heads up to action to the flop. Ooh, yeah. That's
Oh,
a
and here we
fun
go.
board.
This is a great board for both hands. Pocket sevens feels good with the overpair. Jack 8 of clubs. You got 2 overs in the flush draw. Both players feeling, rather good with their hands. This should be a very interesting hand to see how it goes down.
So
Kyle leads out. With 2 overs in the flush draw, and interesting to see if Hollywood here decides to flat call or put it in a raise. Both are definitely viable options.
Yeah, Hollywood with position here. So we're gonna see. I mean, he might be the type to fire in a raise here to see where he's at, and that'd be interesting too.
I really hope he does,
Oh, here it comes.
because now we'll see what Kyle's gonna do, which now he'll have options.
Exactly. So it looks like he's gonna double it up.
There it is.
90 it is.
A min raise to 90.
The good old min raise, it speaks so many volumes, right?
Yes.
It could mean
Yep.
so many things.
Yeah, you don't know if you're up against the type of player that's just gonna min raise here with the nuts.
And hope you spaz out and like go jam it
Yes.
or something, right?
Or is putting it in kind of a dumb min raise with a weak, strong hand. So Kyle decides to call. I like that call. Heads up to the turn. No improvement for Kyle.
So Queen, obviously a card that neither of them like to see.
KG checks, and now Kyle definitely is not gonna like his hand, but it's not too big of a bet here. It looks like $100 into.
The Jake is chiming in. Raising is silly. This sizing is silly. Everything's silly. Hashtag super silly.
Because reasons.
Because reason.
Because reasons and things.
Oh, I love it. Jake, it's like you're here with us, man. We love you, bro.
Kyle continues,
So bet of 100, call of 100 by Kyle to the river.
and there his
Oh,
jack.
binks it.
Now it'll be interesting to see if
Now, what,
Hollywood decides to go for some live value here. And
no, I was gonna say, is Kyle basically in check call mode at this point?
yeah, I mean, I think so. I mean,
Yeah.
unless Hollywood there.
Oh,
it
there
is,
we go.
check, check. And Kyle obviously is feeling like it's a ship there with the check back, and he will win the hand. KG in the house. I love that guy.
KG.
Great start for Kyle.
All the stars at this table tonight. I love it. Looking around, I'm just like, I remember Big Pot that you were in, and you were in, and you were in.
Yep. Yeah, I've definitely played
Fantastic.
with half of these guys many times, and
So guys, taking a look at chip stacks there. Looks like, wow, the chip leader's pretty much three-way tie, 1,100 for Kyle, Frederick, and Casey. That's pretty rad. So coming up this Sunday, January 15th.
this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great.
The one, the only, the one we've spoken about and talked about and hyped up, the chip amplifier. It's going to be fantastic. Every single blind round you can buy in up to the first 6 rounds with 200 bigs. And the buy-in starts at 120, increases all the way up to 550. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss this one Sunday. I don't care if you're watching football, if you're going to church, you need to be here.
Yes,
I don't
this
care
Sunday,
Pick a level, any level, just be here.
I'm definitely gonna be playing it. I've been talking strategy with a lot of friends about this tournament. So for those of you who don't know, you have the option of buying in for different amounts at different blind levels throughout the tournament, and the later you buy in, the bigger the buy-in, and the more chips you start with. So it's gonna be really interesting. It's gonna be awesome.
Because you're gonna have some guys who grinded it from the very first blind level, who bought in for 120, started with 10,000 in chips.
Yep.
And then you're gonna get guys who buy in a couple hours later, because it starts at 10 a.m. You can buy in all the way up until just after 2 p.m. and you can buy in for 550 and get 60K in chips.
Yeah, no.
So I mean, there's gonna be stories where, you know, oh my God, I grinded for hours and hours, and then some guy buys in 60K in chips and binks me off the first hand. You know, I'm like, dude, I hate this, and then you know what? You buy in for 550 and you're only down an extra 120 over that guy who just binked you. So go bink him back.
Exactly.
40K guaranteed. It's going to go way the heck over that. Be here. Don't miss out.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Yeah, I'm really interested to see what people are thinking as far as where they're gonna buy in at. You can buy in for the first 2 blind levels for $120, $130 and get 10,000 in chips, all the way to the 6th blind level where you can buy in for $525 and get 60,000 in chips. So there's a lot of strategy just in that alone. It's gonna be awesome.
So when I'm not getting needled by Jake, I'm getting needled by JFK, because when I say chip leaders at the table and it's a cash game, that just gives Jake a headache. You need to give him Advil. He can't deal with it. Absolutely.
Chip leaders.
Jake, you're so funny. You're funny.
Super silly.
Oh God. So a couple action hands to start this right off the bat here. Race to 20 by Ben. Aaron is going nowhere, so he's going to call 20 on the button. Frederick's going to make the call, as is KG. So 4 players going to the flop. 3-6-6 on the flop. Looks like pretty much Whiff City for everybody. We need to start coining these terms. Whiff City.
Whiff City.
You know, population U, bro.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say you could have those screen, but it's also
Checks all the
Everybody
way around.
checks.
Yeah. Oh, and that helps because everybody was checking it right there. So 3-6 is now on board.
Be interesting to see her. No, now he checks. Let's see if the ace jack decides to take a bet here.
And now our chat room's arguing over the definition of bink.
Bink is great.
Exactly. King on the river is going to give Aaron the check with an A.
And unless someone decides to get a little aggressive here, looks like it's just going to check out. Yep.
Yep. Check over to Aaron and
Ship it.
check it and take it down. In Russia, rivers bink you.
Bink you very much.
Oh, fantastic.
Jar Jar bink you.
Oh, God.
These are nice, huh? They're comfy.
I like it, right?
They're comfy.
I
like
could see your angle there. You're like, you know, I'm gonna play poker. Everybody knows tournaments. You're taking your time. You're gonna put in some long sessions, right? You're like, I'm gonna be comfortable.
That's right.
And I have no doubt that you would easily get paid. You'd be like, dude, who's this jackass in the bathroom just rolled down from his hotel room? Does he even know this is poker? He probably thinks we're playing blackjack, right? I mean, it's got to
my
be one or the
gosh.
other. Fantastic.
No, it was there was definitely a lot of funny table talk going on, during the tournament.
Well, and you know, the
So
best
it's
part
good.
is, and what really makes me so happy is that it's one thing if a guy comes down, he's a clown, and then just whatever, he's total donkey and sporadic and bluffs off all his chips and just plays like a donkey. But when you come down and you're actually a serious player and you play well and you actually take the whole damn tournament down, people got to be like, wow, I didn't see that coming.
No, so I got to give a lot of credit to my boys Jason Seward and James Flannery. I was talking to them the night before, and James really said it perfectly. He's like, I was debating whether to wear the robe or not, and he's like, dude, you have to psychologically, everyone,
Yeah.
and be super serious.
You have
and
to.
stare everyone down
Oh,
like
yeah.
you do, and people are just gonna hate it. So I had to do it.
And
I mean,
almost,
my
and you almost have to
opponents, so.
calculate the bathrobe into your play because people. Okay, so it's different. Like if you're a celebrity, like if you're like a Phil Hellmuth or something, I feel like people play differently against you specifically to be like, oh, I bluffed you, I bluffed Phil Hellmuth, or I did this or whatever. And so it's like, so when you do that and you're wearing a bathrobe, people are going to play differently against you because they don't know what to think.
No, I definitely I built up a nice stack right off the bat, and maybe it's just the way the hands went, but I really
No, I know.
felt like the image came into it just a little bit, at least on a couple bets.
It does.
I really did.
It does. There's no way it doesn't play into it at least a small percentage.
That's right.
So going to this flop here, 5-2-5 on the board. Jeff's nines are way the best, but Frederick can't be hating his hand here. So Frederick bets out. Jeff flat calls.
Oh, now fours is really liking his hand.
Yeah.
Turn goes check.
Yep.
Pocket fours has got to feel pretty confident he's got the best hand here. And Jeff bets $30 and can't really see Frederick doing anything here but put a call in. Such a small bet. Oh, nice little fold there. Folded the fours for 30 into $160. Nice fold. Oh. For the gram. Get it. Nice little pot there for Jeff. Perfect sizing for him. He put in there on the river. $30 and a 160 should have gotten paid off by fours, and unlucky for him, Frederick made a great fold.
Yeah, right? Because if Frederick should have just been like, yeah, okay, I call. Like, you got it, right? Hopefully you just went Brick City on it.
Yep. That's a good one.
Doing it. Well, I gotta post it online. People have to see the robe sesh. You gotta come in.
That's right.
So this is cool. So now this, we still have blinds, so it's playing the same as you would, kind of a typical game, just a little extra cash in there. I know that we have been talking about doing possibly like an ante-only game, which will be a little bit of a change for some of the players, because in an ante-only game, essentially what would have been the small blind position is going to start the betting round every single round. And that also actually gives, in my opinion, even more power to the button, because now you're also last to act not only every subsequent round, but also pre-flop as well. So it almost gives more power to the button and kind of screws you over a little bit, I guess, as a small blind from any sort of pre-flop funkiness,
That's true. Yeah, there's definitely, there's definitely some things that change here in this cash game with the antes. It's, I love it. I wish, man, it'd be awesome to see if Stones here would maybe start doing that on a semi-regular basis. Put a little ante game in. That'd be great.
Dude, I hear all sorts of good stuff, and I believe that JFK Stones as well said they applied for some other licenses and a couple random funky fun things, and apparently maybe possibly, he can chime in here if I'm being off base, but I think maybe a pineapple game in the works and a Big O game in the works.
Ah, okay.
In case you didn't think 4 cards was enough, we're going to give you 5. Come on down. Exactly, yeah, Rick and Barstow, exactly what we were talking about. There is no blind structure at that point, but what would have been essentially the small blind's position is going to go first to act every street. Yeah, Puck66 chimes in. You guys need Big O. Big O is fantastic. I've only played it once, and it was a hot mess of awesomeness. Let's just put it that way. So action around Hollywood over here. He gets out of the way. Reggie's checking out. Over to the good old AA Ron, 6-7. He's coming in for the 5. Now in this particular case, this game, it's a 5-5, no limit. You have $1 antes. Do the antes change the game a whole lot in this? Not really. It's not like they're really still fighting for the pot that much for the extra $9 or whatever. It's not like they're going crazy over it.
No, it's just, you got to definitely be conscious that, you know, you can't. I mean, you know, these games are definitely advantageous for aggressive players, obviously, players that win more pots. It's
Yeah.
going to add up at the end of the night. So you can't, if you're a very tight player, you might, I think you actually do it. You have to loosen up just a little bit.
Yeah,
You do.
yeah, you do.
That extra $9 a round is definitely going to add up.
And it's funny because we were also talking about, you know, in those ante-only games, you know, like a 5-5, and this is what really creeps up on you, right? So like in a 5-5 ante-only game, it sounds like, okay, well, you know, whatever, that's like cool. It's kind of like, it's no different than this 5-5, whatever. Wrong, totally wrong.
Yep.
It plays bigger than a 10-25 game. Think about it, right? 10-25, you're only losing $35 in a full blind round. In a 5-5 ante game, you're losing $45. And so I'm like, all of a sudden, your 5-5 game is bigger than a 10-25. You're like, what happened? I blacked out. I don't know. I need an adult supervision. Like, I don't know what happened. So that should be interesting. Speaking of Big O, Jake chimed in, and he's super stoked. He's Mr. Omaha Junkie, our resident Omaha crack addict, if you will. He's like, Big O, what? I'm in.
Oh, it's gonna be great if we get Big O going here.
If you thought Jake didn't live here before, he's gonna live. He's gonna live here now.
Jake Lipton in the house. What's up, brother? Thanks for joining us in the chat, as always. Question here from Swiper the Monkey. Does Stones sell the jacket that Seat 4 is wearing?
If it's our patented Stones jacket, I would say yeah. Let's see here in a minute. Absolutely.
Yes.
That Stones hoodie, I see all over LA. I see it all over Vegas. And you know why? Not only is it stylish, but I'll tell you what, it is so damn comfy. It is comfy. I mean, not as comfy as these robes, but
obviously,
really, really comfy. You come on in. It's $25 with your player's card that you get paid. You get paid $1 per hour or double time. I think after midnight. If you want to buy it in cash, you can just go ahead and pay $50 cash. Or if you look around the room and you see any of the players you see on the stream, they have plenty of money on their cards. Go give them money and they will buy you one with their card. I assure you. I promise you. But
yeah, no,
super rad, super
they're
comfy.
Cool. They're very cool. Most of the time, I feel like when casinos come out with poker gear with their logos on it, it's honestly pretty lame. But the Stones sweatshirts are awesome. They really are. They're
I
cool.
see them all over at other local clubs where like the floor people come over like, hey, could you just not wear that? Or could I'll just give you one of ours, and people are like, nah. I really like it. It's comfy. It's good.
So I mean, fellas, if you're having troubles getting ladies, if you're having a little trouble getting ladies, I highly recommend buying the Stones.
It's true. That's why I'm still single, because I don't wear mine enough. That's why.
That's definitely why.
Clearly the reason.
You need to step your game up.
God, I'm the worst. The worst. New dealer coming in there. Brandon hopping in here, our resident dealer / pool shark hustler. Although if you're actually going to play him at pool for money, pretend I didn't say that. He'll start with something small like 100 a game and go from there.
Yeah, these are a little warm, huh?
Oh, it's great. Dude, not as warm as when I wore the Deadpool costume for the entire stream with my mask on.
That is...
Oh my God, the whole time. Justin's like, I could see you sweating through your mask. I'm like, don't say anything. I'm sweating awesomeness. Sweating superhero sweat.
Oh, man. Randy in the house on the chat. Randy. We went out last night for the first time to the new Sacramento Kings arena. Went and checked out the Golden State Warriors in town, and easiest $20 of my life, unfortunately for Sacramento fans, betting on the Warriors. I mean, come on. Easy money. Thanks, Randy, for the donation. Thanks for joining us in the chat. Yeah, actually, we actually almost put in a bet at the end of the game when the Warriors were up by 13 with 6 minutes left. I almost did it because I thought it was such a lock, but
why not?
My $800 against his 20.
Oh wow!
Because I was talking some crap about how it's just game over and it's a lock, and I wanted to do it, but the pain would be too real.
You're like, how do you feel about these odds?
Yeah, the pain would be too real, so I couldn't do it. And back to the action here, 4-6-6 flop. Only Ben has connected with his Queen 4 offsuit. But Kyle G, getting a little creative, betting $30, gets the Queen 4 to fold and takes down the hand with what I think was the worst or second to worst hand. Proof that aggression wins. Nice bet by Kyle.
KG in the house.
KG in the house.
Boom.
Oh, there it is.
Done.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, that was cool. I still have not been to that new Golden One Arena, but it looks freaking rad. And I'll tell you what, I was worried about traffic and parking and this and that and everything else. And from everybody I've talked to, they said it was easier getting in and out than old Arco Arena / Sleep Train. Said it was in, it was out, it was cool, everybody was good.
No, it was really cool. We, you know, the seating, everyone talks about how steep it is. Like, you're literally like, it's just so steep.
Yeah.
Compared to other arenas. It's really cool looking, cool camera, you know, cool angle looking down the court. And it's just right there in the heart of Midtown, which is great for afterwards, hopping out to some, you know, cool spots
Yeah,
and have some
exactly.
drinks.
And there's so many spots. within
Everyone's
walking
flooding out,
distance
having a
around
good
that.
time.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so
Especially
awesome.
after a win, it's like the city's just like vibing together, you know? Super dope. Out here in Sacramento, California, where Stones Gambling Hall is located, in the lovely Citrus Heights, right off Highway 80. If you have any Highway 80 anywhere near you, I promise you it's the same one. Get on it, start driving, you will hit us eventually. Freaks me out when I go to the East Coast and it's like, hop on 80. I'm like, what? What?
That's right. Yeah, I've taken 80 all the way to Salt Lake City one time.
See?
Yep. Hit the fastest. I don't think I'll ever get faster than that on that road trip.
Oh yeah?
Hit 170.
Oh wow.
And that was adrenaline.
You got me crushed.
Adrenaline.
What kind of car? What car were you in?
Porsche.
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Makes sense.
Young and dumb and too much money.
Oh yeah. That's how it goes. That's how
That
it
was
goes.
a fun trip.
Fast ever when you got me crushed. I was at 160. I did 160 in my Mustang convertible Cobra. Wait,
Nice.
this is all recorded. Sorry, officers. This is just hypothetically.
Yeah, we're just totally joking right now.
Hypothetically, I've heard a story of. Anyways, in the Mustang Cobra with the convertible with the top down, supercharged. Like, I swear to God, the Ford was just gonna rattle and fall apart. And then I also did it on my motorcycle one time.
Oh wow, that's scary.
I'll tell you what.
That's
I felt.
scary.
And this
How
is,
fast were you on the bike? How fast were you going?
160.
Wow.
160.
Wow.
But here's the deal.
Wow.
I felt, and this
Wow.
is so crazy. I felt. And you really do get blurry television at that point. I felt safer on the motorcycle than I did in the Cobra with
Really?
the top down. I swear to God.
Really? Wow.
I swear to God.
I cannot ever own a motorcycle.
Yeah.
I'm too much of a maniac. That would be bad.
Yeah. Brutal.
I'd feel too bad for my mom. She'd literally never sleep again, ever. It'd be bad.
Oh yeah, and it was good. And again, and it was one of those things you do when you're young and dumb, and like I will never do that again.
Yeah.
Like I'm totally fine with never doing that again.
I wish I could say that.
Zing! Watch out, cops. Follow him now. License plate number. All right, so 3 players to the flop. Queen.
little top
Wow, top set. Bit of a scare of a fluster, although no players are even on it here.
Unfortunately for Kyle, nothing really there for his opponent to continue with.
So it looks like check over to Kyle, who's definitely going to fire it.
And looks like a small bet here, 35 in the 99. Try and keep a couple people in, unfortunately for him. Unless Aaron misreads that 2 of clubs is a 3 of club, it's probably not going to go anywhere. No.
Taking a look, looks like we got about 7,000 to 8,000 on the table, something like that right now. Not a bad little 5-5 game. So guys, if you're just tuning in for the first time or tuning in for the 100th time, make sure you click that heart and subscribe to us. We are live with you here every Monday and Wednesday from 7 to 10 p.m. for crazy cash game action. And I'm sure with the new stuff we have coming up as far as Andy-only games and other games we'll be spreading, I'm sure we'll be plenty of more awesome streams to come, as well as we do stream our fun tournaments sometimes on Sundays as well. But definitely our last Sunday of the month tournament, and when we have big series going on as well. So definitely click that heart and you will get a notification when we are bringing you some live poker fun. And if you want to get on the stream, we'll throw that in the chat for you. And you can basically just contact JFK Stones there, There's his number. He likes when you call him around 2 or 3 in the morning. That's his favorite. And we'll get you on the stream. Right now, our stream's actually been really popular. We are booked out, I think, for the next couple weeks. But we always have random seats that open up. So if you are interested, make sure you reach out to him, and we will get you on here for sure.
Yes, definitely.
All right, action. Ace King
Back
versus Queen
to the
Deuce.
action.
Yeah.
Queen Dewey. Flop and bottom pair. Check, check. Casey spikes the ace on the turn and decides to check.
Oh, spikes a king too, just for fun.
Ba-boom.
Action killer. So pot's at 69 bucks. Casey's gonna fire out, and Reggie's just pretty much in fold mode here. I don't really see any sort of call. Gone. Tank X says, hey, how's the $1 Annie being received? First time seeing it in action. It's our first time streaming it in action. And so far, pretty much kind of same. Nothing crazy.
Send nudes.
Send nudes.
All right, here we go.
JFK. Yeah, unfortunately, JFK doesn't specify gender when he posts that, so it gets a little weird for him when he types that in.
That's
for
true.
sure.
That's true.
A couple seats left in the 510 this Wednesday, which is going to be brought to you, commentated by Jake and Kyle. Going to be good times with those two in the booth. You know, maybe they might wear robes if you guys are lucky. Maybe. New year, new nudes.
And someone asked here, what is the largest I've won in a sitting? If you're talking about cash games, my biggest winning session of my life was about 15K.
Solid. And what limit were you playing?
That was actually a 25-50 heads up 5K max buy-in online.
Oh, solid. And then they could just keep rebuying,
So I
right?
stacked him 3 times and he was finally done. So
I love
pretty
it.
great.
Nice. And it's the
Pretty
same
great.
guy, too. That's my
Yes.
favorite. It's not like somebody else hopped in. It's the same guy who's like, I'll get you next time.
Mono against actually a pretty decent player, and we kind of got a little. We had a lot of history in sit and goes.
I was going to say, was there some shit talking going on in the chat?
Yeah, we were regulars in the sit and goes back in the day against each other, and I knew I would crush him, and it was pretty awesome.
Love it. Now look at this board here. Check this out. So we got Jack 4 on the flop. We got Reggie with queens. Ben does spike trips here with trip jacks.
Yeah, unfortunately here for Reggie, this is one of those spots where you're gonna lose definitely some chips here. Hopefully not too much for him. And he's gonna bet it. Or excuse me. Ben bets.
Yeah, Ben bets it out.
Reggie calls.
He's like, nobody will ever think I'm going to bet a jack.
Exactly.
I'll never bet a jack here. So Reggie does call Kyle with now again, taking a look at our out counter. We recently adjusted this out counter, so you can see that technically Reggie would be thinking he has 2 outs. One of them is grayed out because we saw that KG Kyle folded a queen. So we are representing true outs here. So there really is only 1 queen left that Reggie can hit. But if it's anything like I played at the tournament last Saturday, 1-outers are real. They happen.
Unfortunately, they are. Looks like Ben's stacking up a bet here. $85. Reggie says, I ain't going nowhere.
Where you going?
Calls rather
Nowhere.
quickly. River 7. And now we will see if Ben can put the right size value bet here to get paid off by queens. 369 in the middle. 369. Damn, she fine. Wonder if you could pay me off King Jack one more time.
Boom.
Looks like about 150-ish. I really like that sizing.
Yeah. A little less than half pot.
$170 into 369.
Yep. So now that pushes the
Now
pot.
Reggie's sitting there thinking, does he have a jack?
I mean, because that's the only thing Reggie cares about, right? If you have a jack, great. If not, like, I mean, I don't really. I mean, you know, whatever. If you happen to have like 4s or 8s, you know, like, good for you. But I don't think so.
Does he have a jack?
Honestly.
Maybe does he have 9s or 10s? Might be a little wishful thinking, but
Lil Jon commentating. Oh, what? Okay.
yeah.
And Reggie might try to keep him honest here. Boom. Says, show me. And Ben's going to be like, here's my jack. Reggie's going to be like, crap.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a tough spot. You know,
Right.
queens call, you know, when you're queens, you call the flop,
Yeah,
the turn.
I can't fault that call.
It's a tough spot. Nice hand there for Ben. Now, are you more of a tournament player? You're more of a tournament player.
I like it all, man. I like it all. Really,
Okay.
I like if it's poker, I'm in. And, you know, and really, I mean, you know, my cash game, I don't get too high limit in that. Tournament buy-in, honestly, I don't care what it is. I'm pretty much in. But all the way down to like the lowest limits, like even if my buddy calls, like they stop calling me. They're like, oh, you don't want to play our home game. I'm like, well, shit, I don't want to play your home game. Like, oh, come on, it's like a 50-cent dollar game. I'm like, I'm in. And then, but those are the games where it's like a 50-cent dollar game, and somehow you cash out like $500, and they're like, what? Like, how does that work? I'm like,
that's
yeah,
great.
those are the best games,
Oh,
you
that's
know.
the best.
It's like you know, you come here, right, and you come to Stones, you get I was in a 1-2 game and I made like $1,000 or $1,500. You're like, that doesn't happen. Oh, it does. It
No, it's
definitely does
For
happen.
real. These
Yeah.
1-2 games here can be really good sometimes.
And not to
I've
mention
actually-
the fact that the 1-3 is a table stakes, which is fat. It gets fat in the 1-3 game.
Yep. I actually had that happen one time last year where I was waiting for the 1-3 and the 2-5, got seated into a 1-2 real quick. There was a bunch of big stacks, got my stack up to $500, and all of a sudden we're playing a super deep 1-2 game with tons of action.
Yeah.
I end up staying in the game.
And that's the thing is that
Crazy.
they're like, hey, do you want the 1-3? You want the 2-5? You're like, no, I'll stay here. And that's when you should take a cue if you're not that good of a player and you're at the table. When like guys who you know normally play a higher limit are like, no, I'm gonna stay here. You're like, no, I should not be here. I should be
Exactly.
leaving. I should be
Exactly.
gone.
All right, so back to the action. Jeff flops a pair of 5s. Kyle G, loving life now. Turns aces up. And unfortunately for him, Reggie's not as strong as he probably needs to be here to continue. But Kyle bets small. That's 30. Small pot here, 35 into 60.
Oh, the good old split cam. Sometimes our split cam goes on vacation, but right now,
I love it.
it's
I love
on the
split
clock.
cam.
It's on the
great.
clock.
Reggie decides to continue and call with the 8s.
7 peels off.
Close but no cigar for Reggie. Safe river for Kyle. See what he bets here. 129 in the middle. Expect around a $75 bet. 65 looks like.
Right on point.
And wow.
Reggie makes the
Reggie
call.
makes the snap call.
Reggie again playing sheriff says, prove it, buddy. I want to see it.
KG in the house.
So for those of you guys just tuning in, real quick, taking a look at chip colors. Our reds are $5, the greens are 25s, and the whites are hundos. The blues are also dollar chips. We throw those in there sometimes. We tip them out. We hang out. We have fun with them. We use them to buy salads because they're plus EV here.
That's right.
Tank X, you're so thug, dude. One for the plug and one for the load.
So, question here. The question is, are all buy-ins for cash games unlimited or table max at Stones? Everything except for the 1-2. So the 1-2 is a $200 max. And then the 1-3 and up is table stakes. You can always buy in for the biggest stack. So as the games get going on through the night, stacks get bigger and bigger.
I'm trying to be more thug
trying to
this
be
year.
more thug this year.
That's his New Year's resolution.
That's a great.
Tank X, guys, try to be more thug this year.
That's the only resolution you need. What more do you need than that?
What's your New Year's resolution? Well, I'm trying to, go +1 on my gangster. Really, is what I'm trying to do here.
Oh, you're gonna start lifting weights at the gym more. I'm just trying to be more thug.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to be more thug. I'm just trying to be better at pop locking, you know, just in case. They start a dance circle, I need to run in the middle of it. Emergency dance moves. It's a real thing.
3 ways to the flop.
Ooh, action! Look at this flop for ace 3 and ace 4.
Matt flops top 2. Frederick flops top pair in the gutter ball.
It's one of those things where you're like, how do you flop top 2 with ace 3?
Right?
How in the hell?
Oh, and they both check. No. Excuse my French. That is not what happened.
Was that French? I know
was French.
French! I
That
know
was
French!
Frederick bets 50. Matt raises to 165, and Frederick definitely doesn't like that.
If any of you guys want to get more gangster, just go ahead and follow Tank X87 there. So race to 165 by Matt. Frederick here in the tank. And he's reaching for green. And he is going to make the call, pushing the pot to 434 now. 8 of clubs on the turn, no improvement for either player. Matt first to act here, and he goes all in. Matt goes all in for 530. Frederick does have him covered, but he pretty much goes all in for more than pot, and Frederick's gone. At that point, Frederick pretty much knows he's crushed. He knows he's drawing to a 5, pretty much. That's it. I think Matt pretty much knew that Frederick was on a draw, and the turn was pretty much Brick City, and he didn't really want him to go any farther than that. He said, "I'll take down the pot now."
Yeah, I like that play. Randy.
You autographed his Ante-Up magazine,
My
huh?
man.
Wow.
My man.
My man.
Randy.
Yeah, I'm buying into that tournament on Saturday, man. I'm looking up there. I'm like, oh yeah, what's this Ante-Up magazine? I'm like, who's that crazy guy? I know that guy.
The only regret that I have, obviously, is I did not know about the magazine cover thing, so I was actually like super upset that I didn't have the robe at least to change into.
But they still had a picture of you in the robe, though, in the article. But you're right, front page robe, you missed the boat, bro.
I did.
You missed the boat.
I did.
You missed the boat. The Brock 21, what's going on? Welcome to the chat, bud.
Hey, it's actually $1.45, all right? It's $1.45. You need to get it right.
So race 25 by Aaron here with Ace Jack. Casey calls with Ace 10. Whiff City for both players. So Casey checks over. Aaron wastes no time firing out a C-bet, and Casey says bye-bye. Says C-bet, see ya. Gone. Gone. If you guys want to get in this game on the live stream or any of the massive amount of games that are running behind them, I think there's another 8 tables behind that. Check out our Stones app. I know we've talked about it before, but it is truly legit. You can hop on there. You can check your player points to get one of those snazzy jackets like Casey's modeling for us in seat 4. And you can also check out all the live games we're running. You can put yourself on the list. You can cruise on down, stroll in the room, bathrobe optional, and then, hop right into a game, because why not? When I have like 30 minutes to get here, I'm like, yeah, I would rather be already on the list than get here and then wait another 30.
That's right.
For sure. Poker travesty. Apparently we need new towns. Whiff Town, Brick City, Brickville. It's true. We got so many villas and cities. We need to adjust. Duly noted, sir. Or any city in Canada. Sick burn. It's only funny if Angry Pollock is watching. It's only funny if Veronica's watching. He's not even a true Canadian. She's just imported there from some crazy Polish country. So raise to 15 here by Aaron. King Queen suited. Jeff calls. Matt calls. Looks like Casey and Ben said bye-bye. To the flop, Aaron picks up a pair with his queens, puts him way out ahead on this board here. Brickopolis, very nice.
Brickopolis.
Brickopolis.
I like it. Value Village.
Nice. Guys, I gotta make a list.
Very nice.
I gotta write these down and just like pick a phrase. Here's my 20 phrases. I have to say like one in each stream at least.
He's like leg of the week. Going on back.
Brick Francisco.
And look at this, Matt repping the ace by turning. He actually turned a nice turn card there. Takes it down.
Yeah, he turned diamond
9
draw.
high like a boss.
Yeah, dude, 9 high like a boss. Oh God, don't go there. Oh God, it's too soon.
Oh man,
It's too soon.
nice hand.
I love our chat. They keep it so fun.
Wiffleville.
Sounds like it could almost be a real city.
Brickamento. Brickamento.
Wiffleville sounds like it's like straight out of a Doctor Who or a Dr. Seuss book.
Right.
You know?
Frederick with pocket jacks this hand. Gonna put in a raise to what looks like $30. Unfortunately for him, Hollywood is sitting in the big blind with the nuts, the old 8-6 offsuit. If there is such a thing as a lucky hand,
easy.
that is my
That's it.
lucky hand.
That's
I
it.
love that hand so much.
That's it. 6-8. I used to have when Party Poker was around, or at least when I was playing it here all the time years ago. 7-9. I called the Party Poker nuts. Just randomly, my buddy was messing around. We were drinking. He's like, "Oh, just shove with 7-9 is a little small, like whatever, 10-cent, 25-cent game, whatever."
Yeah.
And we just flop like bink 5-6-8, like flop the nuts. And so we just kept playing 7-9, and then we just like flop top two, like 7-9 deuce rainbow, and like 7-7 whatever. And I'm just like. So I call it the Party Poker nuts, and no joke, I mean, superstitious or not, we would always play 7-9, and more often than not, we would just crush hands with it, and I don't know why, so 6-8, go for it, dude.
That's actually, Party Poker is actually, that's actually one of the first sites I played on. Got the 6-8 going.
Right. Well, there's nothing like some of those online sites when you just get massive amount, like, oh, okay, where else can you buy in for like 20 bucks and have a shot at like 10 grand?
All right.
I mean,
Right.
like, oh, okay, cool, that's sweet. All right, so we're going to raise to 15 here under the gun by Aaron here with pocket nines. Frederick calls, Kyle calls. Everybody's got hearts. 1 heart on the flop. Look at this flop for Reggie from the big. What a beast. Bingo bango. So Reggie flops the straight right off the bat. And Aaron with an overpair, not hating life. Frederick with possible backdoor flush potential, also with a gut shot. This is just enough for everybody to come along, just see what happens on the turn. So we got Reggie just firing out 25, no hesitation. And Aaron does make the call with nines over to Hollywood, who's checking out. So now we got heads up. Overpair versus the Nutskis. And that's going to give Reggie the check mark.
You see, this is a perfect scenario. If you have 6-8, turn comes the 9. You put 6-4 dead, tops at 9s.
Yeah.
See what I'm talking about?
Oh, Reggie just ships it.
Wow, Reggie just shoves it in.
Now here, this is interesting because this almost looks a bit like a nasty, gross overbet. Like maybe I just had a 7 and I want you to go away. I wouldn't be surprised to see Aaron. I mean, Aaron's got to think about this for a minute. This is not.
Yeah, this is not a.
It's not insta-fold or
no,
anything.
definitely not
Yeah,
insta-fold,
he's.
no.
I actually like this. This is really funky. I kind of like the way Reggie played this.
I mean, you could even put your opponent on something like ace-4 of diamonds, ace-deuce of diamonds.
It's very. I have one pair, very dry, very. Please don't call me. You know. So if I have nines, I mean, I'm gonna think about it for sure. Wow. Wow. I like this.
Nothing better in poker
Oh,
than...
and Frederick still is in the pot, so I actually didn't see. I think maybe we had listed what he had. I don't see now, but Frederick is in the pot as well. So that's actually going to play.
Mystery hand.
That's going to play an Aaron's call here because with a player behind you. Oh, and he's going to make the call. He does call it.
Yeah, I definitely can't blame him for making that call.
Absolutely not. Yeah, I agree with you, Helicopter. He could have folded because there was a player behind him. Yeah. Not bad. I like the way Reggie played that, and actually it makes more sense that Reggie open jammed there on the turn because Frederick was in there as well. If it was just heads up, he didn't necessarily. He could have played it, however he wanted to. But with two players in there, it was a very draw happy board, and he was like, "No, I'm just getting it in."
Yep. Nyhan.
Exactly. Open jam toast game. Oh god, this is why I love the chat.
Oh man. Have you ever played in an Annie game?
I have not actually. I have not. Again, one of those like I guess.
I mean, they're rare. They don't
exactly.
happen
No,
very
like
often.
not in any sort of like reputable establishment. Like stupid home games where we're playing games that don't even make sense. Like Follow the Queen and One-Eyed Jacks Are Wild and whatever the hell else you make up. You know. But no, not an actual like nice environment like this. No. First time I played poker live in a casino, way underage. It was up in Tahoe. It was at the Horizon, which is now Hard Rock, which doesn't even exist, right? And I hop in. It was a 7-card stud game, and I just ran it over. I'm like, this is so easy. I can see 4 of your cards, like boom, 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 blah, blah, blah. I ran it all over. And I'm like, oh, this is great. Poker's easy. And then I took it over to a Hold'em game when that game broke and just dumped it all back in like 2 hands. And I'm like, okay, I get it. Time to learn poker.
Unfortunately, I had to. Being 18 years old up in Washington State, I had to grind the old 3-6 limit.
Oh,
that's,
God.
That's all. The only thing that was available
That's
up there
paint
for
drying
under
on the wall
21.
right there.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Oh man, that was horrible.
So check this out. We got a raise to 20, and then we got a 3-bet to 55. We got a raise by Aaron with Ace King, 3-bet to 55 with Frederick with 8s. Looks like both players call. Oh,
Boom,
bingo,
boom.
bango. Monster. I mean, God, how good do you feel when you 3-bet with 8s and you bink one right in the flop?
That's beautiful.
A little bit of a scary draw board here. Any 10 or jack peels off. It's going to be a bit of a scare card. You got Reggie who's going to check it over to Aaron.
And with this flop being so coordinated, it's actually, most of the time you got to figure one of these two players is going to have a hand that's going along with the Queen 8-9 flop. Unfortunately for him, the hand's probably going to be done right here.
Any sort of possible pair straight draw, any sort of Queen Jack, Queen 10. Frederick's going to fire here. Now the pot's at 179. That's actually a relatively small bet
That's
for Frederick here.
1/3 pot. Oh no.
Yeah.
90.
90, yeah. 90.
Okay.
I thought it was less too. I thought it was like
did too.
60
I thought,
bucks.
yeah.
I'm like, wow, 60, that's a pretty small bet. Yeah.
Reggie might be thinking about something here.
It's just like there's no redraw for Ace King at all here. They're just going. Gone. Frederick. And the thing about that flop too is that, it sucks. You flop a set of 8s, you're forced to bet it.
course,
Like with that
of course.
board, you have to bet it. And you're just, at that point, you're praying somebody has something like Queen King or Ace Queen.
Yep.
That's the only thing. But other than that, but what are you gonna do? Check it, and then a 10 of jack peels off, and you question your life choices.
Exactly.
Like,
Exactly.
We don't
Exactly.
need to. No. You just gotta fire it and whatever. I'll just take it now.
Players in the 1-3-0 limit table 14 back to 2, please.
And I can hear through the audio quite a bit of table talk going on, so it's
Jeff over there, Jeff in C3.
Definitely, yeah.
The ambassador, or Jeff in C2, the ambassador of our table here.
definitely a good sign for the game. you know, most of the time, the more talk at the table, the better the game.
Yeah, and you know, Veronica is notorious for. Actually, the first time I met her was I was sitting at a game. The game was like all right, you know. But Veronica got moved to the game, and Veronica does not sit down and let a game continue to be quiet.
No,
she's buying
never.
drinks, she's being vocal, she's cracking jokes, she's being dirty bird, all of the above.
Dirty bird.
You know, and then all of a sudden everybody loosens up. You know, everybody's having a good time, drinks are flowing, money's flowing, and you know, so you know, then I started talking back to her, she started talking back to me, and I'm like, oh, you do that live stream thing, huh? Maybe we should hang out, and boom, done. You know what I mean? So good times.
Done deal. Kyle G is our chip leader with 1.2.
Oh, Jake is rolling over right now. He's not, even if Jake's not watching, he just cringes and he doesn't know why. He's like, chip leader, cash game. All right, action going around, lots of folds here. Over to Hollywood, he's gone. Reggie with aces on the button. Unfortunately, nobody else has anything fun to play along. God, whenever you look down and you pinch aces, you're just hoping somebody else comes and raises into you, and he's just got nothing to go with here. So everybody folds around. Reggie looks like he makes it 25 to go on the button. And it looks like Aaron is going to make the call. And I laugh if Frederick makes this call, because you know what? I swear to God, we'll just get these three their own little like shorthanded table, and they're going to go for it. So 8-6 deuce on the flop here. Frederick does pair his 8. Reggie's ace is still the best, and Aaron actually has 2 overs with a gut shot straight draw.
That's pretty great flop for all 3 hands to continue.
Little piece of meat on the bone.
Yep.
So looks like Helicopter has a question for you here. When you flop mid-set and you want a color to, what's a bet size that may throw your opponent into an erratic play? I guess probably relative to pot size would be the best way to answer that question, right? Betting smaller, betting bigger. Yeah,
I mean, honestly, I think like a lot of generic questions like this is situational. Oh, there's the 5-ball on the turn. Ooh. The magical turn card for Frederick. Turns 2 pair. Loving life right now.
It's going to leave Reggie draw to an ace-6 or deuce.
We'll get back to that question here after the hand.
After the shitstorm of a river here.
After the... oof, 8-5. Just turns it. 174 in the middle.
So Frederick checks his 2 pair over to Reggie, and Reggie is definitely going to...
And Reggie puts in a big bet.
Hefty bet.
Looks like over pot.
Oh yeah, 174 in the pot. 150, what do you say?
It might be 200.
What, 235? Yeah, oh
235.
wow, and a call for Frederick. Reggie can't
Wow.
like that. Even with aces, you cannot like that call. Now this is going to slow things down.
I was just gonna say I'm really shocked that Frederick didn't put the raise in right there.
I was gonna say it's gonna slow things down. Yeah, exactly. So check
Now
on the
the
river
river's
there.
gonna
Yeah.
check,
I can't ever see Reggie trying to rep some sort of 4 or 9 here, especially being the pre-flop raiser. That's just rough. Honestly, the river saves him money.
I mean, yeah, he's saved.
If the river's a super brick like a queen or a king or something, he's gonna pay off Frederick whatever he wants to bet.
And I mean,
pretty much.
he saved about what looks like $250 by the fact that Frederick just called the turn, so could have been worse.
Canadian Shooter says, I always put the raisin sun-kissed like the California raisin. You're so clever. You're so clever. Those crazy Canadians. That's why we have Angry Pollock in the booth with us sometimes. So
yeah, the question, getting back to that question here from the chat, the question was what sizing when you flop middle set would get your opponent to spaz out. I mean, honestly, my first answer was bet small.
Yeah, right.
You know,
and we talked
show
about
the
this.
weakness and-
Back to like the min raise too. If you can almost make it look like just your typical C bet, you know, better players will pick up on, oh, he's just C betting. I'm going to raise him and see where he's at, and then that'll get your spaz effect you're looking for. You know what I mean?
Yep. You know what you should do? You should get the Stones sweatshirt,
Yeah.
wear it underneath the robe,
And then pull it off with just like Superman. Like
and
that's on my chest
then
right there.
show up on a first date with the sweatshirt underneath the robe. I mean, that's...
Because then they
mean-
just know. Like, and then you know what? If you can't handle all of this, then you know what? It's not meant to be anyways.
That's what I'm saying.
And you're
That's what I'm
clearly
saying.
you're just not into dudes at that point.
That's right. I mean,
You're just like you need to go your own way in life.
I mean, I know if I showed up for first day with my Stone sweatshirt underneath the robe, and she wasn't just madly in love with me right away, it's just like,
Exactly. It's a
You're
game
done.
over
You're
right
done.
there.
You're
You know
done.
what? It's right.
I mean, come
It's
on.
called. It's how you don't kill. You know, you don't have to worry about wasting time.
that's right. Just get to it. Are you awesome or not?
Carry the one. Are you rad? Nope. Then we're done here.
JFK.
Oh, JFK Stones. Thanks, man. Yeah, but not by you though. JFK Stone's a little jealous. Well, you know what? It's better than when I'm in the booth with JFK Stones. All he tries to do is stab me in the friggin' eye with a pen like every 10 minutes. Everybody, click 1 or 2 if you want Train to get freaking just shanked. No. No, no, no. All right, so we got Casey here with Ace 10 suited, popping it up to a quarter to
The
play.
only thing I want you to get stabbed in the eye by tonight is maybe a nipple.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
like the only. That's
Boom.
the only thing
I'll
I want
take
you
it.
to stab in the eye by.
Specified female nipple. Just saying. Just throwing that out there. Just putting that out there.
I'm gonna
Nope.
put
nope,
stuff here
yep,
a little bit.
Yep. Nope. These things could cut glass. So Frederick's gonna make the call. Boom. Jack 3-8. Couple of hearts here. Whiff City. I'm sorry, Whiffville.
Wiffleville.
Wiffleville. There we
Wiffleville.
go. Oh, look at that turn though. That's gonna give Frederick a sweet little straight draw.
I don't know who it was there, but someone had Queen 9. I believe someone had Queen 9 of Hearts, if I remember right there.
And Casey here spinks a 10.
And it's actually a perfect turn card for some action here. Casey turning what feels like is the best hand, and oh,
Oh, look at that.
Ayo.
The king does get there. Ayo. And he's got the old 1-up too. Like, oh, you have a 9, that's cute. Boom, here's
Yep.
my 9 to king. Look at that. Hey, Mike, how many girls, for you? And then Whopper's like, Mike's taken now.
wow.
Sorry, guys, Mike's taken now.
Mike, how many girls?
Last time I heard that joke, I fell off my dinosaur. You're so hilarious. I do like that. That's a good one.
That's an aggressive question.
Yeah.
That's a super aggro question.
I like the, what's a pirate's favorite letter in the alphabet? R. That's
R.
classic. The only pirate one I know is a pirate walks into a bar, he's got a steering wheel down his pants. Bartender says, hey, why do you got a steering wheel down your pants? He says, R, it's driving me nuts. That's it. That's all I got for you. That's it.
Oh man. Randy. Oh yeah.
Randy, outing you.
little inside joke there from last night.
So guys, if you're just tuning in here, Stones Live, thanks for joining us. Always good time, always live poker action. Looks like we got our new action dealer popping into the box there. That is Mr. Cameron himself, our chef extraordinaire, as you will. Available for private catering. Contact him on the side.
This chat's hilarious.
That's what I mean, dude.
It's great.
Our chat, it's like they're sitting here in the booth with us. I'm actually really glad they're not physically here because the booth is not that big, but always a good time. It's funny, me and Longcar are here and we're walking around And we didn't get as many crazy looks as we thought walking around in robes. They kind of just look at us, they're like, oh, it's standard.
Long car in a robe, standard.
Standard. Just, yeah, whatever. That's typical. You must be here to play a tournament or something.
One guy did point out, he's like, you need a pipe. I left my pipe at home.
It's true. Yeah, he brought that up. Yeah.
I should have brought the wooden pipe.
I was going to say, something like super classy, like Sherlock Holmes status style, yeah.
Kyle G, pumping it up to $40 on the button with Queen 8 of Spades.
Monster. Consider getting an ascot. Gone and gone. So taking a look at chip stacks now, Frederick is our biggest stack with 1,400, followed by Kyle with about 1,200. Actually, I'm pretty stoked. This booth is actually already pretty nice, but we have lots of really rad upgrades planned. I know that we've already built a new server that's going to enable us to do some extra cool video fun stuff for you guys, as well as we have some booth improvements coming soon as well. Dude, all sorts of fun stuff.
Nice.
And it's funny, if you go back, because we just recently kind of celebrated our year broadcasting anniversary, if you would, and going back and looking at the very first broadcast, I mean, it was Jake and Veronica in like their mom's basement, like hanging out, like what's going on? I can't even see the cards. Like what do they have over there? And now it's just, yeah, we super stepped it up over time. You can really see the progression. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, that's great.
Twinkie for me, thanks for the kind words, my friend. Booth built by John Wilkes. History, humor, Abe Lincoln, hilarious. Look at this. Ace King versus Ace Queen versus Queen Jack versus King Deuce Wiffleville.
All 4 players check. So the turn, still nada.
Esta going back to when basically JFK Stones offers free puppies to anyone who follows. He's cleaned out pretty much every local SPCA possible, giving away free dogs. The river on this board, 4 players and Ace King High is the Oh, there we are. There we are. Rest in peace, sound. No sound.
New chip later. New chip later.
Oh, God. And
Frederick.
we're back. We're back with sound, and we're back with new chip leader.
Frederick with 1.4. So this is a table stakes.
It is table stakes. Absolutely. Anything 1-3 or higher here at Stone's Gambling Hall is table stakes, and it's fantastic. I mean, I've definitely seen some games that were already good get that much better when you get a couple new players popping in. They're like, okay, let's see, biggest stack's 1,000. Okay, give me like 800, give me 900, and it escalates
Pops
quickly
up.
in the
It
best
gets
way.
going.
Yeah.
We got the sound on. We're good.
Okay, because we're about to start talking so much smack.
Dang, you guys missed what we were talking about?
Stupid ass
Man.
chat.
Remember when we had that kid talking to us on our walking channel?
Was the sound really off there? You
Yeah,
guys- you-
when we were frozen.
They missed my strip club jokes?
Oh man, I
Dude,
hope not.
Come on.
Sorry guys. It involves so many random strippers named like Porsche and Mercedes. He was already talking about going 170 with Porsche earlier, you know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You know what I'm saying?
That's gonna raise the 20 here from Reggie, +1, Queen 9. Aaron's gonna make the call, domination with Queen King over here. And heads up, I feel again, we need like this Heads up, three-way table, pretty much between Reggie, Aaron, and Frederick, because it's like those three in every pot. So, random flop here, heads up, both players miss completely. Reggie's going to check over to Aaron. He's going to check as well. And it is Frederick. It's funny, the original graphics didn't even have Frederick in the pot, but somehow I knew he was in it, because why not? Because it's always these three.
It's these three.
Only players at the table playing, guys, 7, 8, 9. Oh, come on, Rick and Barstow. You know it was a joke. Just a light needle there, buddy.
Frederick with the mystery hand takes it down.
Wattbry speaking truth about Stockton. We'll leave it at that.
Stockton strippers.
Assuming you can actually survive and not get shot and make it all the way to the club. But that's a totally different story.
Frederick still our chip leader.
Speaking of random shots, did you happen to see today online what Harlan posted?
No.
So Harlan, a local resident in our cash games and our live streams as well.
Yeah.
Harlan randomly posted, got shot at while I was driving today, out of nowhere. Right, just drives like a typical, like nice, like a white Audi, nothing crazy,
What?
nothing whatever, right? And yeah, he just posted a picture of his passenger side window, busted out, and I guess it came at an angle and hit the seat, his passenger seat. I don't know how, I don't know why.
Wow,
I don't
like
ask
close
questions.
call, like
yeah,
close
but
call
like
on
yeah, like straight up. And so I was like, did that really happen? So I posted a little meme of like what the actual, right? Like, are you kidding me?
So hopefully his New Year's resolution was
Is
to
like-
be a little more thug.
Yeah. Hopefully
Right?
it was. He's got
He's on point now. He's got to be
get
feeling
with Tank
good.
X and get super thug. Super thug.
Wow, that's crazy.
That's hilarious. Oh, sorry, I was not Harlan shitting, but this whole Justin Correios thing is just funny. Yeah, all right, so 4 players going to the flop here. 8, 9, queen, couple of diamonds. Ben spikes an 8. Tank X says, I bought bullet hole stickers already.
Bubble stickers. All right. Wow.
I respect it. So 10 peels off, putting a nice little 4-card straight potential out there.
Oh, it was Tank X trying to be more thug. Is that Harlan? That's not Harlan, no?
No, Tank X is not Harlan.
Okay.
But
Just
it just in
clarifying.
general though, it's pretty funny because Tank X is all about like if you buy
Thug
bullet hole
life.
stickers, you already put them on your car. You don't gotta worry about it. Oh, always gotta love our chat.
Wow, getting real on the questions here. Getting really real on the questions here. No, I'm definitely not long carring in Sacramento right now.
You have your own term, long carring?
My way. So it says.
Cool's
So,
a long car.
So Michael, since your woman is in LA, would it mean you're technically long carring in Sac? No.
Carry the one? No.
If you're using the term long carring properly, then no, I'm not long carring.
Oh, is that using it properly? Is
Yes,
that what that means?
yes.
Nice. The stream
that's
would not
funny.
be nearly as entertaining if it wasn't for our lovely chat
Oh,
followers.
that's great. You guys are great.
Putting bullet hole stickers on random cop cars may or may not be extremely entertaining. Yes. I'm just going to go with yes on that. One way or the other.
Randy. I love it.
So Randy goes up to the game with you last night, gets all your inside info just so he can needle you in the chat tonight.
Exactly,
I like
exactly.
That. I respect that.
Hey, are you guys busy right now?
No,
No, we're not busy at all.
What are you doing?
We're just
Not
hanging
doing
out.
anything? I just wanted to see if I could get an autograph
Yeah,
on
here,
this,
come on in.
Annie Up magazine cover, and I saw him sitting right here. I just had to come over and can you make it out to Justin?
Yeah. I saw, can I take this? Can I take this?
I'll wait.
Oh man.
Sign somewhere where I can see it, not across your face.
Draw a big, never mind.
How's this game go? Is it a good game?
Yeah. First time any action. Good times.
Right on.
Pretty much, it's just these 3 players. 7, 8, 9. That's it. That's it.
That's all you need is 3 players.
Yeah, it's only those 3.
Nice.
Oh,
can I get a little?
My number one fan. My number one fan.
You can't keep the pen though.
He normally gets
man.
called number 2, so that actually works out all
Ouch.
right. Sick burn.
I'm gonna frame it.
Oh God, he's so special. I missed what happened that last board, guys. Was it anything crazy? Or was it our typical seat 7, 8, 9? Look at Justin. He thinks he owns the spot. He thinks he can just come in here like, ooh, let me get an autograph. Like, what a fanboy. Come on.
Justin's the man.
Only because he wears a suit all the time. Maybe if he got in the bathrobe club once or twice. Live with the cool
It's all
kids.
about the robe life. All about the robe life.
Justin's just going around trying to long car it up around town. he needs to relax.
Oh man. Couple playable hands here. Ace Jack, Ace Queen.
Guys, subscribe now and you'll get a free long car autograph on a copy of Ante-Up magazine. Randy, is that your third one? Totally your third one. Every time he signs it, it's his one and only.
That's right. It's like number 10 actually. Pretty awesome.
Sick brag.
Sick brag, bro.
All right, so we got a raise to 40 here from Matt with Ace Jack. Frederick says, hell yeah, man, I'm gonna make that call 6-9 all day. Jeff's in with Ace Queen, going to the board. Pair of jacks on every board, why not?
Big lick.
And our original raiser, Maddie.
on the flush draw.
Oh my god, and Maddie, our original raiser. How do you raise with Ace Jack and just flop Jack 4? Monster. So check over to Matt. It's gonna. And it's great because if your original raiser, especially on a board like Jack 4, you could totally pass that off as like just a random C bet. But Frederick does have the flush draw. He's definitely gonna come along. Jeff goes away. Every time Long Car gets a magazine cover, an angel gets its wings. Can I just start a slow clap for that one, guys? Is that allowed? Oh my god.
Oh man.
When he starts cracking jokes as soon as he gets a free autograph, huh?
That's good.
So this turn here is definitely going to keep Frederick in the pot as well. Now he's thinking, well, okay, I picked up a pair with my flush draw.
And knee pads.
Oh god. I love
Dirty, I like it.
it. So it looks like Matt bets 175. Frederick makes the call to
Oh,
the River Heart
bingo.
Disco.
Frederick
Boom
gets there,
shakalaka.
and he checks.
Obviously, I don't think he's setting a trap here. I think he's just in check call mode. I mean, I don't think he's going to check raise. If Matt fires here, I don't think Frederick's looking to check raise.
I mean, yeah, Matt has to bet here. I mean, I can't see.
And it's just a snap. It's going to be a snap
yeah,
call.
he's just
in snap check call. Boom. And he shows it. Says, check out my 9 high flush, dude.
Wow, that was a good size bet there.
Ended up being a sizable pot, too. Ends up popping the pot around 1,100. Gain of almost 600 for Frederick. And that's going to keep on making the rich richer here.
Very nice.
And again, guys, you can see that white chip in there was a $100 chip. Greens are 25s, reds are 5s. Yeah, that's right. See,
Make it hail. Make it hail.
Exactly. You grab like nickels and pennies. It's all about being frugal with your money.
Make it hail.
You don't
That,
make it rain.
that
make it
actually
hail.
reminds me of making it hail. That reminds me of two things. Making it hail. Number one, it reminds me of being in Canada at a strip club where guys were attempting to throw $1 and $2 coins.
Oh no!
And the guys came up and said, "Hey, like you have to make it rain with 5s because 5s
Yeah.
are the smallest bills up
Oh
there."
wow!
So yeah,
Wow!
no making it hail.
Yeah, wow. I mean, and that's brutal, right? I mean, it's not even like you don't have a choice, right?
And then the other thing it reminds me of is a strip club in Portland
Yeah.
with a 1-2 game in the middle of the strip club.
What?
Where guys are winning pots and literally making it hail on the stage.
Oh, with chips? With poker
Yep,
chips?
yep.
Oh, wow. Interesting. So it makes you want to go to the country where, like, you know, like, what, Mexico, where they have the super small peso bills? And you can make it rain with, like, Like, same
Two
thing,
set,
like, yeah,
two set builds.
yeah,
just
like
make
that,
that, make it
boom.
rain.
Just done. You're like, oh my
All
god,
night.
I made it rain. I made a thunderstorm all night and it cost me $11. It was the best ever. 4-5-4 on the flop. Feels good to beat Jeff. Lots of fours.
Oh, look at this flop. Matt C flops what he thinks is 2 overs and a flush draw, but it's really just a naked flush draw. This pot has the potential to get pretty big here.
What is it with paired boards? Somebody having trips and the other guy having a flush draw every time. Now, 3 on the turn doesn't really change anything here. Matt C's still looking for a club, and that's not going to do it.
And Jeff actually hates that.
Yeah, it's a
run out.
4-card straight there on the board.
But it looks like he's going to bet it anyways.
Why not? A little value-y. See what happens. And Matt's like, no. I was just beat up by 6-9 of hearts. I don't need any part of this voodoo. So Frederick now, after scooping that last pot with the flush, is up at 2K. Our big dog. Our resident honey badger, Kyle, sitting with 1.2. Frederick had to go he had to take a walk to do a victory lap after that pot. He's like, woo, yeah, buddy.
The old chip leader walkabout.
6-9, way good. Where you win you bring in the chips, you don't even stack them, and then you just take off to go do something else. You like leave them there.
Sharp fist pumping.
Marvel in my pile of chips.
Yeah, I always really enjoy watching Kyle G on these streams. This is probably, I think, the 3rd time I've commentated with him in the game, and he's really good at, just picking spots and mixing up a little bit, right, at the right times.
Yeah, and Kyle's also really good at knowing where he's at in a pot too.
Yeah,
regardless of how the hand plays out and where and what he has, he's very good at knowing, like, even if he has a really good hand, I've seen him make some really fantastic monster laydowns.
Yep.
Where like, I know you're trying to represent that you're not that strong, but you actually have my really strong hand beat, so I'm just gonna go away. Like, whoa, how do you fold that? Brett McCall, what's going on? Welcome to the chat. 7-10 Jack Super Rainbow out there. Look at that flop for Hollywood. Flopping the Stone Cold Nuts. And open-ended with a couple of overs for Matt C. Matt C is just getting just enough of each of these boards to be dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
So Matt C is going to fire out 65.
Now Hollywood is pondering.
And what is Hollywood? What is this chip holder? It's like a giant. Is that a football statue? What is that thing?
It's like a knight.
Oh, it's a knight. It is a knight.
It's a
That's
knight.
right. Yeah, you brought
Knight
that up
in
earlier.
shining
Yeah. Now I'm surprised. Hopefully that's not metal, because it doesn't seem to be, because otherwise it'd be messing up our card reader there.
Maybe that's,
one of our-
part of his plan.
Well, yeah, we had one of our players earlier in a previous stream had one of a newer Mercedes, and the Mercedes key with the RFID chip in it and everything else
and
that
it
talks to the
messes it
car.
up.
Yeah, it was just screwing up the reader. So it looks like, is that just a flat call from Hollywood? I think it is.
Looks like a call.
All right.
I mean, rainbow flop, lots of players in there. You definitely have to min raise.
No, it is. And dude, Hollywood and that min raise makes
Hollywood
all
min
about
raises.
it. And gosh, now we talk about things that could get players to spaz out. I mean, I don't think this Matt's going to get too spazzy, but he's just definitely had the bad end of the last few pots for sure.
And this is one of those perfect spots where you can call the min raise and hopefully peel that 9 or ace on the turn.
Now this opens up outs for Hollywood. Check this out. Even if Matt does complete his flush and picks up the ace of clubs, that would actually give Hollywood a flush. That'd be super danger. And a 9 would be all bad, because Hollywood would just think that he's chopping. In reality, he'd just get totally
offsuit
outed.
9 would be so bad on the river.
Canadian Shooter says, it's clearly a statue of Justin K. Clearly. Oh, he's pulling out a few stacks. I like how he tucks away all of his red chips behind the blue. He's just like, I'm going to hide the big dogs in the back, right? Operation Small Chip Shield in the front. Putting it out. Looks like 2 1/4 is the bet, I'm guessing. It is. And that's going to be enough
Oh,
to...
and he's putting Matt all in.
Unless Matt has a white chip on top. Matt might be a white chip on top, but either way, it's pretty much dedicating Matt all into this pot here. Oh, no, because he's also got some green in front of it. No, so he's got enough. Wow. No, he definitely calls it. So Matt, looks like Matt has another 375 behind, something like that. 4 clubs on the river, makes the flush. Unfortunately, Matt improves not at all, so there's no money to be had here. Unless... Oh, and Matt goes for the bluff. That is the wrong time.
Man.
That is the wrong time. There's no way. Yeah, Hollywood makes the call. Yeah. I mean, they're not really a hand that I can put on where he would have running clubs there to be ahead of Hollywood in this pot at all. Unless he had like Queen King of clubs, you know? Because you have his 9 clubs. He doesn't have Queen 9 of clubs. There's no potential straight draw where he has clubs as well, unless he has Queen King of clubs.
Yeah, King Queen of clubs.
You know, so yeah, so Hollywood makes the call and just takes down a fatty right there.
Oh, that's always so nice.
And actually, I think Matt had him covered in this instance, so maybe it's gonna be damn close. Hollywood, it's gonna be real close. Looks like Hollywood's got 300 some change, and Matt's got about 400 there. See, look, it's even JFK Stones. Everybody always roots for like the NASCAR, just like car crash on here. Like Ace of Clubs on the river, do it, brar.
Of course, you have to.
Let everybody hit the beast.
You have to root for the wreck card.
Wow, Hollywood winning that pot. You know what that means? It means we're gonna get a cocktail on Hollywood after this.
Nice.
Faux show.
I guess I don't know if that'll work actually. Yeah. Because it's still gonna think that we're on the turn. I don't know if we'll recognize it.
Yeah, Brett. Yeah, he definitely gave it a shot there on the river. We've all been in that spot where you're like, I missed it. I'm in Wiffleville, and the only way I can even have a chance at this pot is to bet it. The only problem is in his particular case, if Hollywood hadn't made the flush, but even then, Hollywood had the straight. If Hollywood was less strong, there's potential for that working. But having already had the straight and going running flush, there's just Hollywood's not going anywhere there. Period. But I mean, it's kind of tough to rep, and in that case, it's kind of tough to rep runner flush there. But if he did have it, it's such a great bluffish looking bet,
absolutely.
Because you're going to get paid every time on it.
This is true. I would have gave up on that river and cried in my sleep, grasping my Justin Kelly body pillow.
It's true. It's true. I said those are sold on Amazon. Amazon Prime, guys, 2-day shipping. You're going to love it. If you love me now, you can love me for real in 2 days. Or overnight if you want to pay $14.99, but we don't judge. Where is he going? Nowhere.
Jesus never gave up on the river.
Oh my God. Oh, I love you, chat. Our friendly chatters. What would Jesus do? Not give up on the river, that's for sure. I have a body pillow guy. I love it. Hopefully it puts me in like the permanent spooning position. And just like the arm right here so you can just like tuck in there.
Next level.
You're welcome.
Going next level now.
You're welcome. It actually has a 1-900 number, one-click button pushed into it that links to your credit card. You just call me anytime, day or night. I mean, it's only like $18.99 a minute. I'm cheap.
Super cheap.
And the first 38 seconds is free. It'll be the best 38 seconds of your life, I promise. Boom, long card. All right, raised to 30 here by Ben with King 10. Called by Hollywood, who's on a heater, and called by Frederick.
Hollywood gets 8-9 of clubs again.
Yep, same 8-9, dude. How can you fold? You can't say that.
And that
it's a bad deck. Guys, that's a fake deck.
Hollywood must have the 9 of spades.
Or the 8 of spades.
Excuse me, the 8 of spades. Yeah,
if Hollywood, guys, I don't know if you know the hand rankings. You have like straight flush, royal flush, and then a suited pair is actually above that. That's actually the best possible hand you can have when you have a suited pair. You have a suited pair. That's impossible. Oh wow, look at that turn though. It looks like our boy got out there with King 10, with King Diamonds. That would have been a great turn for him. Call the floor. JFK Stones, we need you to chime in. Hacks.
So a little lesson here for you guys. If you have the 8 of clubs and there's an 8 of clubs on the flop, you need to fire big to win the pot and muck the hand.
no matter what.
There can't be a showdown. You can't show it down.
This was part, no matter what happens here, the pot's going to be invalidated anyways. So, wait, did he show? Wait, I'm really confused on what happened there, but I love it.
It has to be, that graphics have to be wrong.
I'm all about it. Is this ultimate bet software? Sick burn.
Burn.
Sick burn. Oh my God. It's too funny. did a Pai Gow deck. You know, mistake one time actually in the store. We were on the road trip and I'm like, oh, we gotta grab a deck of cards so we can play some games. And I grabbed a Pinochle deck without looking. So right off the bat, we're slinging around cards and I just like wake up with like, yeah, like a pocket Jack of Diamonds. And I'm just like, what? How does this work?
I'm all in.
I mean, I can't lose. I got a flush draw and a pocket pair. Bring it.
I'm either gonna win what's in the middle or flip my hand up and say hands dead. Hands counterfeit, I mean.
And there was one other time where somebody had accidentally mixed a deck too, and we were playing when we were camping, and it was running actually I think it was like 8 or 9 of clubs, right? But it was running like 8 of clubs, and then he picked up a flush draw on the turn, and then river 8 of clubs to make his flush. He's like, wait, what? Like, how did I go running 8 of clubs to make my flush?
Sick. So back to the action here.
Oh, look at that flop for Casey. What a beast.
Casey's loving life with top pair opening at straight flush draw. Small little pot. Sup? Sup in the chat. Frederick extending his chip lead on the table.
Schnitz, dude.
What is the deal with the robes? I gotta ask.
I'll let this guy explain it. Apparently, robes are super positive EV in poker, dude.
I wore the robe for a tournament and shipped it like a boss. End of story.
He wore a robe for a tournament, and he got put on the cover of a magazine, and he just signed an autograph live on the stream. So, note to self, life lessons 2017, life goals, wear robes. End of story.
And they just look great.
And poker,
They look
like I said,
great.
poker's all about being
They look great.
comfortable.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
I mean, nobody plays a tournament to be like, well, this will be done in an hour. No way.
You gotta be comfy, gotta be relaxed, gotta look good while doing it.
If you're trying to ship final tables, you know you're going to be playing until 2 or 3 a.m. Why
right.
not already be in a robe?
That's right.
A robe plus salad.
Robe plus salad
Yeah.
equals guaranteed chip lead at the table. That's a fact.
Guaranteed chip lead. I love how they say chip lead because Jake hates it so much. Jake just cringed again. He's not even watching.
So Kyle raises up from the cutoff to 35. Looks like Hollywood's gonna call, or at least he's thinking about a call here with ace-5 of spades.
Brock's trying to lure people to his house to hang out. He says he's got Natty Ice, a case of Natty Ice, and some Sega Genesis. That'll pretty much get like half the population there. Good for you. Well played. All right, to the flop. King 5-6. Casey pairs a 6. Jack's still in the lead.
This is an interesting flop. Kyle's still in the lead, but with Casey calling pre-flop, he's most likely going to call the flop here with middle pair, and Kyle's not going to like that.
The Jack on the turn. Do it. Kidding. Oh, nobody likes that. Nobody likes that card. Completes possible flush draw. Another over to Casey's card. Casey checks over to Kyle. Wouldn't be surprised to see Kyle bet again here, but I think we might see a check coming. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm expecting a check back.
Yeah.
There it is. And now let's see if Casey wants to get a little creative. This will be a really tough call for Kyle here if he bets.
Yeah.
Kyle just
There's
now.
so
Kyle-
many hand potentials that Casey could have here that all crush Kyle. He could have checked a king. He could have been on a flush draw and got there, and he would have checked the flush on the turn anyways. He could have had ace pair anything and got there, or just or floated him with ace anything and got there too.
Yeah,
So
he just got a bluff catcher at this point, and with Casey calling out of the small blind.
Yep.
Yep.
Nice play, Casey.
Nice play.
Yeah, it's tough. Kyle's spot. It's tough there with jacks. I mean, you're pretty much in just release mode at that point.
Aggression wins, just like in life.
So now Frederick's still in a big stack 2.1. Kyle G and Casey. Actually, you know what? The stacks. Oh, that's right. Well, Hollywood doubled up, but that was actually a pretty big pop by Hollywood. I don't know. We got to check those stacks again because I'm sure Hollywood's probably pretty decently stacked at this point. I'm about to sign a billion-year contract with the Church of Scientology plus EV. Yeah, good luck with that. Let me know how that works out for you. Let me know when you hit like whatever the heck it is, like stage 11D, where you're like an alien. That'll probably work out well for you. Let it happen, JFK. It's easier if you don't struggle.
Hashtag release mode.
Do not Google that.
Don't Google release mode on the internet.
You don't have a Justin and Justin show tonight, so we're
least
gonna
not.
leave Urban Dictionary out of it tonight. You have to wait for the next Justin and Justin show.
Don't Google release mode on the internet. At least not. Don't search the images section. At least.
It's true. It's bad.
Start asking me to put one on top table while you look from the other side. Then we have a problem.
You know, it's always a good time when I can hear our boys in the booth behind us getting a kick out of what's going on too. Always good times. Yeah, Gronk, you know, a lot of players do watch the stream. I don't know if Reggie's watching the stream, but a lot of players do watch the stream on there. Because of the 20-minute delay, 25-minute delay, obviously, you know, they can't get, you know, current information, but you definitely can pick up info on how your opponents are playing in relatively real time, which is, you know, we've talked about before. You can adjust your game on the fly, and then it can kind of go level on level on level if your opponents know you're watching it, and maybe now he knows I bluffed, so now maybe I won't bluff this time. It can kind of be like a super mind game. Yeah, Gronk, it's live-ish.
Live-ish. As live as it can be.
Yeah, exactly. As live as it can be, where you're not like, dude, he has aces, fold. And Hollywood, did you notice that? He folds and he puts a chip on his cards, okay? Hollywood is the only player that I know of who religiously folds, he fold tips.
He
fold tips. He's like, okay, cool, thank you for these 2 cards, slaps a buck or 2 on there and gives it to the dealer. I mean, even when he's losing, I watched a stream where he won no pots and he fold tips. Stud, dude. Hollywood's just a nice dude.
I've never seen that ever in my life.
I told you.
Anybody.
I've seen people like, I'll mess around and do like a pre-tip sometime before you give me the cards. I'm like, oh, I'm totally gonna win this one and just jokingly tip him, right?
Oh yeah, it's all about the pre-tip.
Hollywood,
you know
yeah,
that.
dude. Hello,
You know that,
hello, long
obviously.
carring. No, no, he looks down. He sees it's 7 deuce. He sets a chip on there and folds, gives it to the dealer. I mean, dude, that's just good karma.
The pre-tip. It's all about the pre-tip.
So guys, again, life lessons here. Do not Google things like pre-tip and release mode, and these are all things that are not safe for work. Do not do that. Yeah, and he gives us beer money, so obviously we love Hollywood.
Obviously.
Obby. Still, again, but the same chip stack method where he keeps all the ones in the front to protect all of his 5s and 25s in the back. So Ben waking up with kings.
Look at Kyle G flexing. Straight flexing.
Flexing. Well, I mean, he's got no do-rag, though, from his super awesome headshot. Ben's popping it up.
Ben wakes up with the old kangaroo. Raises to 25.
25 to roll. Says it's going to be a quarter to play, guys. Quarter to play. Oh, come on, Jeff. There we go. Don't be cheap, Jeff. Oh, he's actually 35. I knew it was a mistype on there. I thought I heard him say that. So
all right, so here's the flop we want to see. We want to see...
You want to see King 9 Brick City? All right.
We want to see King 9 Deuce all diamonds. That's,
Oh, you're so...
Except that can't happen because there's diamonds out there and retarded.
Yeah. Well, it could. I mean, we already saw Hollywood wake up with suited pair. I mean, we could make this happen.
King 9-8. That would be the flop. 6-7 open.
Yeah,
here.
oh yeah.
Oh,
Super dirty.
There we go.
Super dirty. King 9-8 rainbow.
King 9-8 rainbow. That's it.
We're such a glutton. Like, what's the best, nastiest setup hand, like online poker hand we can think of right here?
That reminds me of like home games we'd always have with friends, and
you'd set up a deck in advance,
set up the sick,
and then you just watch this super sick action happen.
But then it gets to the point where like our friends would look down at a hand
they would
and be
know
like,
it.
oh,
Yeah.
I have a big hand here. Oh, wait, I just flopped quads.
Yeah,
oh.
they would know it. They'd know.
And then we try to put off like we don't know what we're talking about. You just lost all your money, so ship it like this.
Yeah. Like your other friends are in on you, like, hey, keep his ship separate, bro. Like,
Yes,
don't,
yes.
don't actually shove those in your stack.
Yep.
Looks like we got a bit of a seat replacement here. New shooter, seat 3. Welcome to the table. Sits down and tips right off the bat. Dude, we got the best players
Nice.
around here at Stones.
It's all about the pre-tip.
Dude, done.
All about that pre-tip.
All about. Casey gone. Ben's King's hold. New shooter. I always get the super frowny faces when I say things like from Canadian. New shooter. It's better than a Canadian shooter, you know what I mean?
What's the dirtiest hand you've ever won with? Good question.
There was some mud on the cards. Super dirty.
What's the dirtiest hand you've ever won with?
Wouldn't it have to be like some random like deuce 7 like, and then you just like whoopsie it into a monster? That's a tough question.
I think, yeah, my answer is definitely was in the 7-deuce game.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
I 4-bet 7-deuce pre, got it all on the flop of like a deuce XX flop against an overpair. And then,
then-
it's
yeah.
extra dirty because he has to give me
He has to
had to
give
give
it to
me
you.
the $30
On
on top of the 7 on the river.
Oh, so you stack him and then
stack him
God.
and then ask him for an extra 30.
Yeah, how much you got left in your wallet too? Yeah. Reggie jamming it here with jacks. Honey Badger made it 30 to go. Reggie says, all of it, babe. Doing it. Aaron making the call.
Wow.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see how that pays off for him. Gronk Kadanowski says, feels like Reggie's going to go super busto on this hand. And Kyle got out. All right, heads up. Here comes Jack Queen King. Deuce 5-3, no help. For 4 peels, though. Nope. Jack's gonna take it.
Ship a dip.
That's how we roll.
Oh, that's awesome.
Such a hot mess. Robes. Robe life.
Robe life. Would you rather suck one dick today or flip a coin with a 50-50 chance of... I'm sorry. I shouldn't be reading this out loud.
Dude, you read that like with such like honesty. You're like, this is a good question. Let's answer this. Let's answer this
Oh,
question.
wow. The questions in the chat. Wow. FTW.
That's when we use our internal voices and we read these questions.
Yes. Sorry, Mom. I apologize. I was reading the chat. I was pulling a...
He wasn't going to answer that question anyway.
I was pulling an anchor, man. I was just reading the script. I'm sorry.
Scotch, scotch, scotch.
Oh, message deleted. Too much. Too much. You did get me to look like a fool on slide, though, so congratulations.
He's like, nailed it, successful.
Just pulled a Will Ferrell on me.
It was that Family Guy where he's like, would you rather have... He's like, I got it. He's like, you can either have sex with 100 fat chicks for $5 a piece, or you can have sex with one really fat chick for like $500 a piece. Got it.
Nailed it.
Anyways, all right, back to poker, guys. Reggie has 7s. Check that out. So raised to 30 by Casey here with King 9. Reggie makes the call. Frederick calls as well. Kyle checks out. Deuce 4-10. Frederick pairs is 4. Reggie 7, still in the lead. Ironically enough, Casey's actually got some decent percentage in this pot still. He's got some decent equity. Just a couple overs and possible running diamond potential.
Backdoor flush draw, straight draw. Yeah, it is pretty tough to get timeout in Stone's chat. Frederick turns a gutter ball now with his second pair of 4s.
Checks around, king on the turn.
Bink.
Hidden 8277, what's going on? It says, are the chairs comfortable with stones? Yeah.
No, they are.
They actually very
They
much
are comfy.
I just played at another place recently over this last weekend, and one of the first things I noticed was, these are not the chairs I usually play at
Yeah,
Stones.
no, yeah, these chairs are they're super comfy chairs.
They're very nice. They're like kind of a luxury, comfy, almost like computer chairs, like office chairs.
You sit down in these chairs here with the robe on, and you just kind of get that little squishiness.
It's true.
You know, it's just
Take his word for it. He's got the robe squishy. It's good. Let it happen. It's easier if you don't struggle.
Just let it happen.
All right, so King on the river, binked for Casey here, fires out 65, a little value, and gets Frederick to make the call. King 9 sure did float the flop. You know why? Because Casey does what Casey wants. Because Casey's like, worst case scenario, if I lose this pot, I'm just going to go make it all back at blackjack on the dark side and the other side of the place here.
Is there good airflow for breezes when wearing the robe? Absolutely.
Always good airflow. Just the right amount. And you see Jeff there in seat 2, working on a salad, plus EV, crushing the game. Actually, I normally have their balsamic chicken salad here. Tonight I had the shrimp salad. It was delish.
Nice.
Came highly recommended from Mr. JFK Stones himself. He's recommended it like every time I've been here the last like 100 times. So finally I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and it was pretty delish.
I eat so many shrimp, I got iodine poison. Brian in seat 3 with ace king. Under the gun.
Welcome to the table, Brian.
Welcome to the table, sir.
That's what that pre-tip was for. Get you
It's
ace
all
king.
about that pre-tip.
Boom, done.
Raise it to 25.
Reggie gone. A-Ron with 9-10. Checking out. Watt Bry, thanks for joining us, buddy. Always a pleasure, man. I'll see you soon.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, man.
Keep that Corvette straight and not sideways. All clubs on the flop. Look at this.
Wow, this is the flop.
Danger. So Kyle does flop the flush.
Kyle G flops the flush.
Brian with a world
Brian
of
flops
outs.
the nut flush with what he thinks is 2 overs. Buckle up, ladies and gentlemen.
Spoiler alert, they're not. It's just the 1 over. Now taking a look at the true outs up there, 3 of the clubs were dead from other players' hands, so there is 4 remaining clubs.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Canadian shooter, normally they say call a doctor if it lasts more than 4 hours. I just say call another female. Sorry. Boom.
Kyle puts in the check raise to 145, looks like.
Write a thank you note if it lasts longer than 4 hours. All right, 145 here, raised to Kyle, raised by Kyle.
Trying to build this pot.
See, now Brian's in this predicament where obviously he knows he's on a draw, but if he gets there, he knows it's good. There's no doubt about it. Oh, now obviously and look at this. This gives Kyle an open-ended straight flush. I don't even want to say anything. It's so gnarly. Now we can see that the 5 of clubs is dead, but the 10 of clubs is still a potential to make his straight flush. And we've seen it get super nasty before. Regardless, that's such a dream scenario for Brian. You know, I mean, even if in the rare event Kyle were to have some sort of straight flush magic.
Kyle does check.
See, that's how you know it's good. Wattbry was gonna leave. He already said goodbye, but he's like, no, I gotta see this hand first. No, we gotta see how this hand's going down.
So yeah, I like opening the ground water.
Man, what an unfortunate spot for Kyle. Put a blank or even an offsuit ace or a king on the turn. This pot could have got really big.
And it's so nasty because you got to think that, okay, oh, there we go. Good fold, Kyle. Just a nasty turn. The thing is, it's such a, you know, you get less experienced players who are going to be like, well, I might be beat, but I might be good, but I also have this weird straight flush draw that looks so pretty, you know, and Kyle's just like, no, I'm toast, and the odds of me hitting that are basically nothing, and I'm gone.
Exactly.
So Honey Badger gets away as he should. Yeah, Brett McCall, it was a disciplined fold indeed, and we talked about this earlier, whereas Kyle has a very good sense of where he's at in these pots, and those good folds can be, you know, damn near almost as profitable as, you know, also, you know, good calls and winning large pots. It's not just about getting the chips, it's about keeping them, and Kyle is really good at both those things. Kind of a tough road for Reggie. I'd like to see Reggie get in there and get it doubled up once. Stones does have food for carnivore. Stones has some very good food.
Stone's food is the nuts.
It's true.
It really
and,
is.
And no
Not
joke,
even for a casino, just
yeah,
for
it's just good.
Anything. Any
And it's
restaurant.
and you know they got, you know,
so good.
I mean we go on and on about just it's all good, A, but B, it's 24 hours, which is super awesome. 'Cause how many times, let's face it, I don't know, you're drinking, partying, or you're just working late, and you want some like food that's not fast food that just doesn't suck at like 2 or 3 a.m. Come to Stones.
It's great.
Straight up.
I've done
like
it.
full menu, 24 hours.
I've definitely done
do
that.
it. Yeah.
Came here just for the food.
So look at this board, 8 high board. Aaron flops the 8, outflops Casey by a mile here. How long is a walk from Canada to Stones? I don't know, a month? I don't know, it depends how fast you walk. 3 peels off, board pair, no help to either player.
Casey decides to again float.
Where in Canada are you located, Canadian shooter?
They don't have nachos. They don't have nachos.
I crave nachos at like 4 a.m. Not so much 2 or 3 a.m. or 5 a.m., but that 4 a.m. nacho munch.
Oh, the good old nachos at 4:20 in the morning.
I see what you did there. Clever. Remember they made that Jack in the Box commercial totally geared towards stoners. Dude.
Oh
Just
my
like,
God.
How many tacos do you want? He's like, I don't know, like 100 or whatever. He's like, I was like, oh my God.
That was so
dude.
good. I remember that. They had a couple of good stoner
Yeah, they did.
commercials. It's like an unraised pot, bunch of limpers. Oh, we are figuring this out.
Guys,
Justin's got your back,
look,
ladies and
just-
gentlemen. He is googling right now how far of a walk it is.
Just
from here to Canada.
In case, I don't know where you're located in Canada, but let's just say you're located in Vancouver.
Which is the closest big city to us.
You can walk here in 307 hours, so you better hit the road. You can walk here.
307
It's
hours.
only 1,491 kilometers, and you can tell that we're going to Canada because we're not measuring in miles like us Americans. But yeah, 307-hour walk, so you better get to stepping.
It's not bad. A little over a week.
It's good.
You're like, you know.
Done deal.
it's not bad.
Assuming you don't sleep and you walk 24 hours a day. That's fine. That's not a big deal. Super. You eat a couple stone salads on the way. Super positive EV for your walk.
That's right.
Our cars are similar, but with extra lights and a faint maple smell. Oh man, I love our chat. Oh, Niagara Falls. Well, now you guys got a lot of rules here. If we go to Niagara Falls on the Canada side, yeah, you're more about 827 hours. So you're hiking across the whole U.S. Not to mention, I'm pretty sure you're swimming across some of the Great Lakes over there. So, yeah, you have yourself a blast. I'll see you in like 6 months. But we do respect your dedication to get to Stones. It's safe to say that if you walk to Stones from across the country, I guarantee you there's going to be some sort of compensation there. Uh-oh, be quiet. Jake's in the building.
Forrest Gump did it.
He just kept running and running. I'm not a smart man, Jenny. Guys, games are about to get good and super juicy. The one, the only, the bearded Jake Wonder is in the building. Don't tell anybody. Always good times. I was gonna yell at Jake, but I don't want him to be mad at me. The beard. Tweet, tweet. It's alright, we can talk all the smack about Jake we want. We can see that he's not watching right now.
So
It's
yeah,
not like it's
there's nothing
archived
you can do.
forever on the stream or anything.
Three hands here for
Look at these fun little
possible
hands.
action
Yeah.
with the right flop.
There he
like a-
is.
Hey-o.
Hello, friend.
Get on here.
The one, the only, the bearded Jake of Destiny.
Get on in here for the real thing.
Are you sure? You want to wear my slippers? You can't handle my slippers, bro. Bearded Jake is in the building. Free money, guys. Come on in. Ace 10-7 here on the flop. Couple of clubs.
And there was a button raise, a call from the small blind, and the 3-bet from Ben from the big blind has got this pot up to $174.
See, it's normally me and Jake. I think Jake's kind of jealous that you're in here with me tonight. I think he's kind of jelly, dude. I think he's afraid I might get lawn card if I'm not careful.
Oh man.
All right, bet 85 by Ben, and looks like he's going to give it up over to Casey here. And Casey's going to give it up as well.
Power of aggression.
Boom, taking it down. Stack some red, stack a pot. Has a free enterprise rental. That's when you get the like the local only rental car that's like unlimited mileage, and you bring it back in like a week or two, and you racked up like 5,000 miles
great.
on
That's
it.
the way to
You're
go.
like, you're like, oh, don't worry
Gotta
about
do
it. I drove a lot around town.
Right?
I had a lot of errands to do. Oh, Hollywood, don't knock over the night, dude. That's bad mojo. He moves it back into position. Nobody mess with me.
I was talking about that with a friend the other night. Like, what's the standard like? Because you like
What's too much?
What's the biggest thing you can have as like a card protector? Like, is there like a standard like?
Could I bring a bowling ball and just like boom, done?
Like, yeah,
I
like,
mean, I
what's
would
the-
say as long as it doesn't cover your cards completely, as long as you can make it work, then you know.
We were talking about height, like having like a ridiculous,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
tall.
Okay, so I think like it probably goes down to like how tall can you stack your chips. I think the rule of thumb is that it shouldn't be any higher than your chin. Like if it's above your chin, like you're trying too hard, just stop. And that's at the point where you always get the one player at the table who shakes it anyways, and all your shit falls. So just don't do it. I think Hollywood is well within spec here. I think he's good. Look, Hollywood tosses money. Oh, he actually tossed the blind that time.
Unfortunate for Casey, no hands to play against his kings.
So apparently JFK Stone says I nailed it. I'm not sure what I nailed. I'm not sure who. Oh, I'm just kidding. Oh yeah, the card thing. Yeah, yeah. Your chip protector, your card protector cannot be bigger than your cards. Somebody brings in like a life-size statue of Boba Fett. They're like, it's totally fine. Don't worry about it. Nacho win. Thank you for the kind words, my friend. kind of cheese is that? It's nacho cheese. God, gotta love those grade school jokes. They never get
Nacho
old.
cheese.
Yeah, deal with it. Glad I've been able to mix it up in the stream, man, wearing, bathrobes and other funny suits, because, my funny shirts, just kind of running thin on them. I still got a few left. I got to order another set. Order them 10 at a time.
Nice.
$6shirts.com, guys. It's your friend.
Is that a real thing? Mm-hmm. $6shirts.com.
You get 10 for 50, and after shipping, it's about $6 a shirt.
Nice.
And they got some really good funny ones on there.
And if you give them a pre-tip, then
Boom.
you get all sorts of crazy
Exactly.
stuff.
You get some pre-stained shirts.
Dirty.
No, it's good actually. I think this is like my 50th episode, and we have yet to repeat an outfit, so going for it.
Okay.
Going for the kill. A7 versus A7 versus the Battle of the Fours over there.
Bunch of nada.
In Russia, cards protect you. Always funny. 4 does peel off here. Hollywood and Reggie both binked their 4. If you like talking about nachos and card protectors, make sure you hit that subscribe button. We're here with you every Monday and Wednesday for crazy cash game festivities. Oh, Donkey Tilt is back. And that's a one-way ticket to Banville. Actually, that's your one-way ticket to your 5-minute mute session.
I missed it.
It was your same question you read aloud before. Still, inquiring minds want to know. I'm just kidding. They don't want to know.
No. No more tricks.
Brock's like, why was that deleted? Felt like an honest, sincere question.
Well, actually, the question was...
Let me repeat that.
All right, so raise to 25 from Ben from the cutoff with Queen 10 offsuit. Reggie is pondering. On to the next one.
So it looks like our current big stack at the table is our new shooter in C3. New shooter. I love it. See, that's the thing is like, I put you on jacks, or would you have that hand or whatever, and it's great because it's just like, it was close. And then he looks over and like, yep. It's like it might be on the TV right now. Our roadside sobriety test is just naming the starting lineup for the Maple Leafs. Hilarious. The cops are called Mounties. Meh. All right, Hollywood's gonna come along with 3s as well for $5. Over to Reggie on the button. Boom, he's coming in. Over to Aaron with King 10. He's coming in, and Frederick. I'm assuming he's gonna check this through. That's 6 players going to the flop. Let's get a little bit of a train wreck going on, pun intended. Jack 4-9, top pair for Jeff. straight draw for Aaron.
Aaron picks up a gutter ball. Brian flops middle pair. Jeff bets what looks like $20. Brian calls with middle pair, backdoor flush draw, backdoor straight draw.
Last call, Ryan K. with 2 ball.
Let's see, what card do we want on the turn here? Not the 6 clubs.
Not that.
Not going to be an extra card there.
Would have had to be like Jack of Diamonds or something. Would have been a little brutal.
Fat cops equals officers of the jaw. Yes.
Boom. Jeff bets it, takes it down. There's a little over 10K in play on the table, somewhere around there. They don't give me much time, but I try to add it up quickly. I love that. Every pot, like right there. It's pots just started, 19 bucks. Already 19 in the pot every time.
Yeah, I had a friend that was asking me earlier today, with the ante involved, would I make my opening raise one notch bigger?
Different sizing,
because
yeah.
of the antes, and it's a good question. I hadn't really thought about it.
I don't know. For me, I don't think the.
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. For me, I don't
Just
think.
keep it the same.
I think the.
I want to
antes-
keep the game the same.
Yeah, and the ante's still small enough to me where it's not. It's like
not a game changer.
Yeah, it's not a game changer. Juice isn't worth the squeeze. It's not worth the extra.
If it was a
risk,
$2 ante,
Yeah.
then yeah, I think you would size
Maybe.
up.
I might peg it up just a hair.
John O. 2 cards in the table. Just under the pool to the left.
Reggie raises up with the old
One to the right. Yep.
10-4 offsuit.
Sarah, lock your second seat over John O. John O. needs to be taking 2 open seats.
For those of you who are joining us in the chat, we're just talking about the antes, and if $1 ante is enough, maybe jump up to $2 antes. I'm actually just trying to think of overall how much you have to pay as a player per blind round, right? So in a 5-5 game plus antes, you have to pay 19 bucks every blind round. So I don't know. I mean, still a little bit bigger than what you would pay in like a 5-10 with no antes.
Yeah.
So, I mean, as good on paper as $2 ante sound, it gets pretty damn pricey at that point too. Then it's 28, 30 bucks a round.
Yeah, $2 ante, that would be a super game changer.
So yeah, I mean, it's $2 ante, then it's 28 bucks every round. If you're 5-5 with $2 antes, I don't know. It's like there's not really a happy medium in between it. It's
Yeah.
like, what are you gonna do? You can't do $1.50.
Yeah.
I mean, so I don't know. It's interesting.
I'm just thinking a deep stack 5-5 game with the $5 ante.
Hi-ya!
How would that be?
Oh my God, it'd be
How would that be?
it'd be a hot mess.
That'd be pretty awesome.
Of course it would be. It's still a super hot mess. I mean, there's 55 in every pot to go. I mean, at that point, you talk about upping your raise game. I mean, everybody's going to be firing
That's
it.
what I mean. That's
Yeah.
something we should.
Everybody's going to be firing it.
That'd be insane.
And well, the funny thing is it seems like on paper, if you're not really, if you're not too familiar with poker or whatever, like it doesn't even seem like that big of a game. But that'd be a huge game.
That would be.
It'd be a huge
It'd have to be
game.
deep.
Uh-huh.
It'd have to be a pretty deep game.
Yeah. All right, to the flop, Ace Queen 8 here, couple of hearts. Casey spikes his queen, Reggie pairs his ace, and Aaron's jacks fall behind. Buffalo Biscuit, what's going on, buddy? Welcome to the chat. So Casey checks over. Reggie is going to fire it out here. He looks like he's going to fire 30 buck.
And with the check on the flop, with the flop going check, 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 I can't imagine he's going to get 2 folds here.
Yeah, exactly. I was going to say, even if he puts Reggie on an ace, he could, you can always put him on a queen, but it's still a little sketch. Now, this is an interesting position. Heads up, I could see Casey easily making the call here, but with the third player in the pot,
with a bet and a call,
he's going to think about it. It's still relatively cheap, though, so he's going to come along. Value-wise, he's going to come along. Oh, and that's just
dirty.
That's going to be more than enough for Casey to go in a check call mode here. Casey did check it over to Reggie, it looks like.
See if Reggie can make this small enough here to get a call.
Pot's at 184. Size-wise here, kind of what do we want to see? Oh, Reggie! And you know what? We've seen Reggie do this before. When Reggie just ships it, and he loves overbetting to look bluffy, And with Casey, that's a tough spot. I mean, because obviously there's only one card you're worried about, and because it was checked all the way around the flop. Look at Casey smiling and thinking about it there. We've all been in that spot, dude. We've all been in that spot. The pot, there's just not enough to win out there besides Reggie's cash. So the pot was only at 180, 160, 170.
Never ever calling here. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Unless he's trying to hero it.
Wait
dude.
for it.
We've seen Reggie ship it a few times too, just like so. I mean, it could look like Reggie's like over spazzing, but it's just not. I feel like we're all sitting here in Casey's spot, like we feel you, bro. We know, man. Nice fold.
There it is.
Nice fold. If you're Reggie there and you do like a half pot bet, 3/4 pot bet, you get a snap call from him all day. But I think Reggie was really going for the super kill, like, hey, look, I'm bluffing. But the other thing to flip the coin on the anti-bluff side of it, if you're Reggie, why would you risk that much to only win the 100 and some change that's out there, unless you were like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean.
So it kind of was almost like I want to rep this as a bluff, but I'd probably have it.
Yeah, I mean, Reggie has the ace every time.
I am Horcrusher says, I don't fall for that against Reggie. I don't think so. Oh, God. Do me a favor, JFK. Don't ever compare me to anything politics. I don't even care who it is. Good God.
A handsome young DT.
With pre-tip. Every stream, I feel like we can always leave and make a list of keywords. I think this stream, it was pre-tip, Wiffleville. These are the keywords for this stream. This is the lesson for today's stream, folks.
That's right.
And then the age-old question of would you rather.
Yes.
But you're going to have to catch the chat for that one, guys.
Yep, the lesson of the day. Give that pre-tip so that you won't end up in Wiffleville.
Exactly.
That's it. That's
just got to go for it. Casey popping up to 30 with ace-king. Wants redemption. That last hand.
And looks like we got a 3-bet on the button from Kyle here with king-queen to 140. Interesting. An under-the-gun, oversized open.
Done. JFK Stones, I'm a bit of a wordsmith. I actually bought some Word of the Day toilet paper recently, and it's been treating me real well. I had lots of Mexican food, so I'm really increasing my vocabulary quickly. I'm being very verbose. All right, so battle of the ace, king, king, queen. Oh, way caught up. No players with a spade. Scary board for everybody.
Kyle out flops the ace, king. And is definitely going to bet this flop. Just a matter of how much.
Canadian Shooter turned our would you rather question into a very PG Canadian version. And so Casey, our original aggressor here, does check over to Honey Badger.
Unless it's an elk. So Kyle 3-bet, bets the flop. And Casey hates that flop. All spades, nothing going on.
Brett McCall says, good sizing here. Really likes this. And yeah, Casey's gone. Peace out. Guys, if you're just tuning in, all the talk about pre-tip, Wiffleville, all the good times here, Ace King, King Queen. Definitely click that heart, subscribe to us. We're here with you every Monday and Wednesday for three-hour chunks of awesomeness, and we even get live crowd cheering for the sports games too.
That's right.
Woohoo! Whip y'all!
Is that Clemson to score a touchdown? Oh, sorry if someone's taping the game.
If you were going to DVR that later, spoiler alert.
Whoops.
Literally 1 second left. Yeah, literally 1 second.
MC10PNC, what's going on? Welcome to the chat.
Welcome to the chat.
They would no.
Sacco One's Kings fan, what's going on, buddy? Welcome.
Kyle's slow-mo betting action gonna put me on tilt. I actually was. I'm never ever bothered by stuff like that. But I remember the first couple times playing Kyle, it actually bothered me a little bit, which is great for him. It's
No,
like
it's great. It's great.
the super slow-mo, like.
I'll tell you what, though, it's not over the top, though.
No.
I mean, there are some players, and that you've seen at the table where there are some players where I have seen players request table changes because these players act so slow, and it's like, regardless of the situation, even if it's a no-brainer and they have quads or something, and it's like on them to call somebody's all in, they still, like, it's like paint dry. It makes a sloth look like a speed demon, you know what I mean? It's bad. Top here for Aaron. Open-ended, or no, not open-ended, sorry, it's that Casey at 10-9. Jeff's got a gutter ball, though. Everyone gets ace king. It's like Oprah over here. You get an ace king, and you get an ace king.
Oh,
God.
bank.
Ace king would have got there, but got out of the pot. So, oh, did they? I'm just kidding. We're playing graphic SketchUp.
Jeff is just loving it. Opponent betting into him. Absolute nuts on the turn.
Yep.
It's like a really small bet.
30-yard line.
45 into over 200.
All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and do our 9:25 rabbit attack.
Looks like Jeff is thinking about. Oh,
Jeff's
just
gonna flat.
gets a little tricky here.
Oh, no, he's not. It is a raise.
It's a small raise, okay.
So I think the original bet was maybe 25. It could have been 45. He wouldn't have been able to make it 75. So maybe 3-bet it, or he tripled the bet size here. Okay, so kind of a brick on the river. Didn't complete the flush draw, but did pair the board.
I think it was 35 to 75.
Okay. He's going to check, and Jeff's going to check. I'm surprised Jeff checked that. I'm surprised Jeff didn't go for value there. I don't think Aaron's ever going to check a boat there or try to check raise Jeff on the river. If I was Jeff, I would have gone for a little bit of value. But then again, you don't know their history. I mean, maybe Jeff and Aaron have prop bet on the side. Who knows? Don't take my stack, bro.
I was curious to see what people are going to say in the chat after that hand. This chat's hilarious.
I love it.
You did that earlier. You did that pre-flop. Okay, so the first time we did pre-flop. You gotta think about right this time. They're gonna hold it up time. I don't know what the worst is.
Back to the action. Couple limpers.
MC10PNC. That is how you get in the game. Check out Nightbot there. Come on down. Get in this game. Hey, Tuba03, what's going on? Thanks for joining us. Come on down, hop in the game. Get to Sacramento, California, and throw your cash where your mouth is. Don't be a keyboard commando. Come down here and take some money. I think it is funny though, in some of these bigger games, you say, oh, these people play so bad, I could take every dollar on this table. I'm like, well, what's a flight to Sacramento, man? It's
Right.
a couple $100. Get on over.
Right.
We'll pick you up at the airport, dude. It's like Enterprise, man. We'll pick you up.
There's a good idea. Stones Live should do a shot clock game.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be great.
Oh, yeah, dude.
That's a great idea.
So how long? So the real question is, how long is shot clock on each player?
I mean, if you want to make it super interesting,
Like what? 15 seconds.
15 seconds
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
every
action.
decision.
Yeah. Why not?
That would be awesome.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would love to play on that.
And it'd be interesting because people would like take advantage of that, like and like act like they're full of crap, and then right when the timer's about to go out, they just blurt out like, "Oh, I'm all in," you know? Yeah, 15 seconds.
Zach
CJFK still on point.
Owen, Kings fan, you might be my favorite tonight with just that little comment. I'm gonna try and get that going. That would be amazing. A
be
15-second shot clock of
Do it. Why
every
not?
single decision over your hands, just done. That would be awesome.
More work for our guys in the booth. Every time it goes to action, they're just like, reset timer, reset timer, reset timer.
That'd be nuts, right?
That'd be awesome.
That'd be so great.
Super rad. I mean, you guys want to talk about like maximum entertainment too for you as a viewer.
Oh, there you go. 5 seconds pre-flop, 10 seconds on the flop, 15 seconds on the turn, 20 seconds. That's
All right.
who is this guy? Who are you? I like you. All right.
Who are you?
That's clever.
Answer
That's
me.
really clever.
It's like 19 seconds Canadian. God, you guys are just hilarious. Full of hilarity.
So we got a small pot here. And Jeff gets there with the runner binkage. Backdoor straight gets there.
Runner binkage, guys. You heard it here first. Better than runner shrinkage, that's for sure. The pool was cold.
Jeff bets 15.
Canadian shooter. Too funny. Bet a 15 over to Reggie.
He is not liking the queen or the jack. He's
Nope.
thinking about it, shakes his head and says, here you go.
That's called the oh screw it call. 15, honestly, that was like maximum value. I think 20 Reggie folds. You know, he's like, whatever. Here's your $15. Like, you need some gas money? Are you that broke? You need me to pay for your salad? Fine, Jeff. Here's your blood-sucking money. Oh, new dealer, May coming in.
Oh, Derek, my man.
Over at the T.
Derek coming out with a really good idea there. I'm gonna check into that, Derek. I'm gonna see what I can do on that. That's that would be a very entertaining show with that setup shot clock like that. That'd be awesome. See if we can get that going. My goal in life is to own a company that makes salad tossers.
Wow.
What are we talking about right now?
Life goals. Frederick waking up with kings here. First, we got Aaron with ace-8 suited. He's going to come in for 5. Frederick's going to pinch a couple, like, what did you call them, kangaroos earlier?
Kangaroo. That's actually Kyle. That's Kyle G's coined
Kangaroo.
kangaroo. Casey calls the $40 raise with Jack 10 offsuit.
Why not? He's got 2 different flush draws. Bring it.
Hollywood's gonna get in there with King Queen suited.
With the aggressive call.
There's a lot of flops here that could be.
Oh yeah, this could be danger. Let's put like
danger
10
zones
jack
on.
out there. What do you think? 10 jack out there, maybe a couple clubs. Oh, it gets super nasty with it. 10 jack and a couple clubs. Let's just get hideous.
10 of clubs, jack of clubs,
And anything else.
anything else.
Oh, look at that. So Aaron does spike his ace, of course, because Frederick has kings. One club, that's it. Checks around to Casey here with position. Oh, and he is going to take advantage of this and say, I'm going to fire. It looks like he's going to fire 80 bucks, something like that.
Getting creative.
Hollywood says bye-bye. If Aaron flats here, Frederick runs for the hills.
Oh, I'd love to see Casey fire a bet here and just go for it here. Put ace-8 to the test.
Oh, and that's such a
Especially with
great
that,
card for him, too.
If you're betting this flop just barreling like this, I was gonna say you have to bet this turn, but with the spades you don't have to.
Exactly, exactly. The spades, yeah.
You got to be tempted to bet here. Once you've bet with jack high, you turn the best card in the deck.
Well, if you're Casey, what do you think Aaron's calling with? You think he's calling with a random ace like he has? I mean, or you think he's calling with spades? I think he's basically going to bet here and find out.
Yep.
You know?
Yeah, he's putting Aaron in a tough spot. Oh, get through. I like it.
Get
I like it.
That, we've seen Casey's aggression pay off for him several times in these spots.
Nice hand, Casey.
Monster. Isn't that great though? Even if you're just completely firing with air, and then like all of a sudden you actually pick up a draw, or your hand improves. You're like, I didn't even need it to improve, but thanks.
Feel like you just turned the nuts.
Yeah, appreciate it. You're like, man, I'm picking up a draw. Now you better watch out for sure.
That's right.
On a Horton's run at 1 a.m. with an unknown blood alcohol level. I didn't think blood alcohol levels mattered in Canada. I thought it was like maple syrup levels. Run it up 66. What's up, buddy? Thank you. Welcome to the chat.
Thanks, man. Welcome to the chat.
Kyle G making it 30 to go with queens, and Reggie got jacks. Now we've seen Reggie get super shove happy earlier, but Reggie's actually increased the stack a bit, so I can't see him just shipping this. But that would be bad for him if he did. Looks like he's gonna be Mr. Conservative. Just flat. He is out of position here
Says the
too.
flat call jacks out of position.
So he's taking it easy here. Frederick looks like made the call. Frederick! Oh,
Wow,
you dirty bird!
the gin flop.
This is so gnarly. Two
This is
over
the
pairs,
perfect flop.
Bottom two.
for these hands.
This guy's fireworks ready. I'm just gonna mark this hand down because
Bottom 2 for Frederick.
here's shit.
Reggie's
There's
got to
the
feel good
fan.
about his hand.
Shit is gonna hit the fan right here.
Kyle bets 40.
Last call at 5-5.
Yeah, this is definitely gonna be the
see
fun
if
tonight.
will Reggie check raise. No, he just flats. So
that
perfect.
one. Now here's the deal. Oh my God, so nasty. Because now when
Oh,
Frederick,
this is so sick.
You know Frederick's gonna raise here. And now what? I mean, you're sitting there with queens. What do you do if Kyle?
Oh,
and then
this
you
is
have Reggie
sick.
behind you. Oh, it's so nice. And there's no flush draw. Super rainbow
And Kyle
board.
under bet the flop in hopes to kind of get
Yeah.
action here. So he's under repped his hand. He's under repped his hand strength by betting only 40% pot.
So nasty. Super dry board. Oh yeah.
And the check raise to 130.
Gnarly.
And with Kyle under betting his hand, and his hand strength obviously is not going anywhere.
Cholina, 5-5, over to Cholina.
Should see 3 ways to the turn here, I'd imagine.
Kyle makes a call. What if Reggie tries to get out of control here? Oh,
I was
God.
just thinking that. What if Reggie just ships her here?
God.
Nope. He's gonna call.
So what turn card? I mean, anything other than an 8? See, that really doesn't improve
43
it.
diamonds picked up the backdoor flush draw.
Exactly, but I can't see any of these players. I mean, obviously you're not worried about any sort of like straight draw. Nobody's calling this with ace deuce. You know what I mean? That was like the perfect non-over card to really change like nothing for these guys. Pot's about 500
The 5
here.
might. Oh, and here we go. Reggie just ships it in.
Oh man. And I mean, you really can't. What straight draw do you put him on to where he gets you here? I mean, unless he doesn't have 4-5, he doesn't have, you know.
Yeah, most likely we're gonna see a call from Frederick and a fold from Kyle G.
I'm not surprised to see Reggie ship it there. Reggie had been a little ship happy tonight. He was looking at a spot to pick, and this is his.
Yep.
Now, obviously, if Frederick calls, Kyle just insta-folds. He runs for the hill. And I can't see Frederick going anywhere here.
Last call for 5 cards.
And as a poker player in a hand here, you know, you're always thinking about every possibility. So you are
course.
thinking to yourself, God, I mean, the 5 is a coordinated turn.
Yeah,
Not that you're going anywhere ever.
exactly.
But
But you
the
can't
thought is in
think-
your head of like, oh,
course.
this could be a really sick
But like,
spot.
regardless of how loose players, like, there's no way you call. There's no way you have ace deuce here. There's no way you have 6-7 here. You could have some sick, disgusting like 4-5, like just whatever the hell. I don't know what I was thinking type crap. But other than that, I mean, you're not going anywhere with 3-4. And if you're Kyle here, after the all-in and the call, I really don't see how you can make this call with queens. I think Kyle's a good player. He's not,
Yeah, Kyle's getting away from this. It's too coordinated of a turn, the action on the flop, everything.
Sean Lee for 5-5.
Kyle is gonna live up to his last name initial. He's gonna fold this like a G. Oh, but
I don't know.
Kyle is a very good player, and there's lots of stuff going on at the table. Sometimes we can't see with live reads, maybe some player history
Wow,
stuff,
yeah.
maybe opinion of players or whatever. You know, whatever the reasons are. There's lots of stuff going on here that we cannot see.
Well, like we said, we do know that Reggie has been shove happy, and Kyle obviously knows that. And I think Kyle might put Frederick on somewhere funky. Maybe picked up a diamond draw or something. That's a card nobody likes to see. Always can expect some good rounders quotes here. So now the sick part is this, and the problem is
God,
that,
can you imagine if Kyle ships here and gets 4-3 to fold and ships the pot against jacks?
oh my god, that'd be so
sick.
gnarly there. And it's so hard.
Not
for-
that that's really ever gonna happen.
No, I know, but it's so
I'm just
hard
playing
for Kyle.
devil's advocate here.
Exactly, but it's so hard for Kyle to fire there because it's such a dry pot on the side.
Yeah.
And whatever is calling you crushes you.
Of course.
You know, and so.
Yeah, it's easy to paint up what if situations.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's so easy for us, but it's like, I mean, there's no way you can find a way to jam it there. You just can't. I can't fault Kyle for checking the river there.
That would have been like the most awesome play though, right there.
It would've-
He
yeah, it
ships
would've been
river,
just
gets the
disgusting.
4-3 to
Yeah,
fold.
yeah. See, we're all with you. Like, oh, it would have been a sick shove, but yeah, terrible idea. But
Yeah.
it would have been so sick. But it's the
In
worst
this
idea
exact
ever.
spot, it would have been sick, but yeah, it would have been a horrible play.
And it would have been the most unreal if had he done that. Like, we're all playing huge what ifs, right? But it
Yeah.
would have been the most unreal.
It would have been so
hero
awesome,
call by
yeah.
Frederick if he calls it. It'd be like the most. It'd be like sick, disgusting.
If we're gonna play the
even
what if
more
game,
sick.
let's really play the what if.
Let's
game.
go
Yeah,
like
let's-
all the way.
Oh, that's great.
Super ridiculous Twilight Zone. Like,
Yes.
let's go all the way with it.
Why the sunglasses? To complete the look.
Why not?
Big pimpin', obviously. Come on.
Guys, there's really bright lights in here.
That's
okay.
right. You got to complete the robe. You got to
know what I
complete
mean?
the robe. You got to wear the shades.
Solid pot takedown. Definitely the big pot, dude.
That was nice.
And Reggie,
2K
dude,
pot.
Reggie's just an all-around good dude, man. Shakes him, says, you know, nice hand, good game. Typical stuff. Yeah, I feel that poker, you know, I mean, obviously, regardless of sex, this is just a term, but it's a gentleman's game. I mean, it's a game where, like, you know, I mean, just, you know, I mean, you take the good with the bad. You know, you gotta be cool, honey bunny, be cool.
Be
you know?
cool.
I
Be
mean,
cool. Now we're gonna stop dropping Pulp Fiction quotes on you guys all night.
Exactly. I'm here for the Royale with cheese pot. Because, I mean, you know how I roll.
Oh my gosh! Wow. Pulp Fiction fans, enjoy.
You got to do it, guys.
Wow.
There's just no other way.
I've always wanted this wallet.
There's just no other
I've
way.
always wanted this wallet.
You got to do it, dude. Well, now I know what to get you.
Oh, the
Christmas
Samuel
just came,
L.
So it's got to be the
Pulp
birthday.
Fiction wallet. Oh, man.
Funny story, movie trivia behind that wallet. That was actually Quentin Tarantino's wallet. And
Was it really?
Yeah,
In
and
real life? It was his
and
wallet.
he
I did not
basically,
know that.
Yeah, and he basically gave it to, like, for the scene or something. Like Samuel Jackson like saw it and he was like, oh, that'd be sick. And he kind of like wrote into that scene last minute.
Oh,
And
that's
Quentin
so
Tarantino
great.
gave it to Samuel
I
Jackson
didn't
for
know
that
this.
scene. Yeah.
That makes it so much better.
I'm full of useless trivia, movie trivia for
That's
sure.
great. I just watched that movie for the millionth time last week.
It's good.
Never gets
Because
old.
anything less than that, I was going to be disappointed.
Right?
Only a couple 100,000th
Has to be a
time.
million.
Yeah, no, okay. Rumor is they might be making a Pulp Fiction pinball machine, which obviously
you're
is an
gonna just
insta-buy for
buy
me.
the first one out.
Insta-buy for me.
How many do you have? How many pinball machines do you have?
16 right now.
Wow, I was thinking about you earlier. I was like, did I freaking have to come over really soon?
Gotta do it,
Play
dude.
some pinball.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
What started that for you?
It was actually my brother, man. Went over to his house. I always thought pinball was stupid. I'm like, hit a ball, get a score, who cares?
Yeah.
And then he showed me it was an actual game. Like, no, dude, here's the 12 missions. You do all these missions. You get to this crazy, like, the whole Jurassic Park is shutting down mode. I'm like, I didn't know there was, like, goals and levels and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
I'm in. And then the addiction started. And then actually it was a moneymaker thing for me. Because it's like, imagine buying and selling cars with no Kelly Blue Book. It's a beautiful thing. It's good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. So back to the action here. Brian
Huge turn for Brian here, giving him a nut
loves
flush
the turn.
redraw.
Turns nothing into a big something. Nut flush draw. Check, check, and a little river binkage. Brian Rivers the nuts. $160 in the middle. A raised C-bet spot. Turns into a beautiful runner spot. Looks like he bets a little more than half pot, 115. Yeah, you saw, I'm sure. I think you saw. I think you commented on the Snapchat I did with the pinball machine I was playing.
Oh, yeah?
over at,
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
good
pinball.
Dude, I got some good ones, man. I got all the ones you want to play.
What's your
here.
favorite pinball machine?
Ooh, it's tough. It's probably toss up right now between Tron Legacy. Like it's sick. It's so sick. And then probably the newest one I have is Ghostbusters. That's a lot of fun. Actually, I also have one even a little bit newer than that. It's got a full-on like HD screen in the back. It's The Hobbit. And it's all through. It's like the trilogy of the movies, and there's like HD footage of the dragon, like blowing fire at you and shit when you're playing. It's really intense. It's really cool.
If you don't mind me asking, how much does a pinball machine go for?
They go from
Range?
anywhere from $1,000 to $10,000 a game.
Wow, 1 to 10?
Anywhere. In
1
that
to
range.
10. Wow,
I've
that's
actually
way higher than I thought it
I've
was.
brokered some deals
Wow.
for some rare prototype games that only 8 of them exist. Actually made by Capcom. Who makes like Street Fighter?
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff.
of course.
They got a pinball for a while. They made this game called like Kingpin. Only 8 of them existed. I brokered some deals that went for upwards of $50,000 for one game.
50,000.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it's
And
funny
Brian-
because they instantly think you're a Colombian drug dealer when it's like you have $50,000 for a pinball. Yeah, right. And I'm like, no, I swear, it happens. It's real.
Wow. And Brian gets a call there from the mystery hand that we'll never know. With the nuts.
Yeah, it's all over. I mean, it's like the stock market. Every game is.
So what
its
is
own
there?
stock.
Is there like a golden goose pinball machine out there that like only one person has one of or something that's worth
Yeah,
$1 billion? Like,
yeah, well, no, I mean, there's a
Is it-
couple like
is it
one-off
well-known?
prototypes out there.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, and I know the collectors who have them. They're in LA, and yeah, they're. I mean,
worth like millions or something. or
well,
something
yeah, but the
crazy?
thing is that these guys are, where these are the guys where money's no object, so it doesn't matter. Like
Yeah.
you'll never get that game from them because it doesn't. There's.
They better
no,
freaking play it, man.
Oh, they
it's
do,
like
they
it's
do.
like the guys that have the Lambos that put them in the showcase. Like I hate that.
Well, that's why it's actually.
Ride it, play it.
Well, that's why it's actually really cool because this particular guy is, I mean, he's the nicest guy in the world and opens up his personal arcade / movie theater / pizza kitchen at the lot he bought next door, knocked down the house and built. Just to anybody who's down there. Super nice guy. I mean, he gets them so people can see them and experience them. Unlike other people who lock them in a freezer that's not turned on,
Right.
it's airtight that you'll never see
The way
in a
it
vault.
should be. The way it should be.
Yeah.
A true pinball wizard.
Super good dude.
That's awesome. All right, back to the action. Kyle using that position, punishing the limps, raises it up with the old 10-7 suited. Gets a collar and flops top pair. little over 100 in the middle. Expect Kyle to bet about half pot here. A little less, 35. I like it. Gets a snap call, and definitely doesn't like that turn card.
Damn, look at that pot, Frederick. Look at that chip stack he's sitting on after that last pot. Just towers O-green.
And it's interesting here to see if Kyle checks back. Yep, he does check back. Does not like that turn card, and hates the river even more.
Oh, river's so gnarly.
And looks like Frederick is gonna bet and take this pot down. Oh, Kyle's saying no, no, no. I'm gonna make you.
Kyle's keeping him honest.
I'm gonna make you
Says,
show
me.
it. I think he's shipping it.
Is it good?
Oh, I didn't catch what he had there.
I didn't catch it either, but Kyle.
Kyle.
No, Kyle's good with
Kyle,
a
I
7?
apologize.
Dude,
I apologize. You are the man.
straight up.
You are the man.
Love it.
Nice call.
4 cards straighted board, 4 diamonds on the board. Kyle's like, here's my 7. And I know it's good.
KG, he took like, what, 3.4 seconds.
You know what?
He didn't even think about it. He just knew.
Honey Badger don't care.
He's just a boss.
Honey Badger don't
He's
care.
like, I'm a boss. I call. I know I'm good. Nice hand, Kyle.
A monster. What a beast. Kyle's one of those players where like sometimes I'm at I'm at the table and I'm like, I'd totally make a move on this player if it wasn't Kyle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You got to give him a lot of respect. He's a great
Kyle
player.
is
He's a great player.
like reaching into my soul and reading my cards, and I'm like, stop it, Kyle.
Just the pre-tip, nothing more. Stop
Yeah.
it. Stop
Hey,
it.
guys in the booth, if we could possibly, if you guys know what Frederick had in that last hand, that would be sweet.
Yeah, that would be awesome to know.
Rick and Barstow, always a pleasure, my friend. See you soon. Thanks for tuning in.
Have a good night, man.
Thanks for setting people on some mandatory 5-minute timeouts, as they deserved. The stream will be done in about 15 minutes, Canadian Shooter. It's about 12 minutes your time with the conversion rate. Like, if we didn't have the blinds listed probably there at the top, I love it. 55-1, $1 ante.
Bunch of rag hands. Jeff raises up with 7s to what I believe is 15. Yep. Must go milk a moose.
Moose and squirrel.
Keeping it real up in Canada.
8-8 deuce, a little too real. 8-8 deuce here on the flop. Looks like Jeff's 7s are still best that we can see unless Frederick has a mystery hand. But if he does, Kyle's just gonna call him down. It's gonna be good. Zing. But I guess after Frederick scooped that huge pot, does it really matter? Like, Frederick's good. He's fine. He's just fine in the chip department.
Yeah, he's chilling.
I love it. Male moose. It just reminds me of that with the movie Kingpin, when he's just like, "Oh yeah, I milked your cow out there." It's like, we don't have a cow, we have a goat. Or no, we don't have a cow, we have a bull.
That's
He's
what
just
it is.
saying-
Yeah, we have a
it's
bull.
like, oh,
We don't have a cow, we have a bull. That was it.
So bad.
So bad.
I love it. Hilarious.
Dirty. We do not know the hand the Kyle's up against yet, unfortunately.
The world may never know.
The world may never, ever know.
But I love the call by Kyle, because Honey Badger don't care.
But if you check the archives, fast forward to that hand.
Boom.
Got it.
Because it may have flashed at the beginning of the hand, I'm not sure. I don't know, because it didn't have Kyle's hand right here either.
Well, I saw it tabled. It was up. It's like I know if there was a freeze.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
You know what I mean?
gotcha,
After the hand was done, you could see it.
Because sometimes when it's not reading to the player's cards, it's because maybe there's like one bad card, and if that one bad card is in the player's hand, then it won't read either. So maybe there's like one bad card that's going around right now that's causing that. That's my guess.
Whole lot of nothing here. It looks like
Yeah, I'm with you, Kublai. Like I said, this stream should be archived pretty quickly here. You're a bad card. Calm down, JFK. Got him. Yeah, no, it was a pretty odd call. It was a pretty beastie call by Kyle. So at the end of this stream, it should broadcast almost instantly, or it should be archived. So go ahead and click on there. Click back to that hand. You're looking at about 2 hours and 40 minutes in, something like that. And freeze frame when they table the hand. I think you can catch both the cards. Or at
yeah,
least
I think you
one
might
of
be able to catch it.
Uber Zach joining us from Kentucky. Right on, buddy. Thank you. Hollywood. The man, the myth, the legend. Oh, dude. The best get better. Guys, direct from Hollywood. To Justin and Michael, drink money right here from the man himself. This is real.
Mr.
This happens.
Pre-tip.
Done.
Mr.
We were bragging
Pre-tip.
about
We
you, man.
appreciate it.
The
We
only guy I
appreciate
know who tips the dealer and just puts it on there, pre-tips it in.
I mean, like 1 hand in 3 hours? Come on.
Hollywood beast.
Let me take this, please.
Oh, here we go. Picture time.
Oh my God. This is ideal.
Awesome. Thanks a
you're
lot,
the
man.
Justin.
Hey,
Awesome.
good game, buddy. Looks like JFK Stones just clipped out that clip for you right there. Nice, right on. Asking,
Wow.
we shall receive. Receive.
Nice.
Ew.
Diego for Omaha.
It's $1 million. I can see it through the bright light. That's why I'm wearing glasses. And there is money in there, I assure you.
Diego and Steve for Omaha.
Click it back right there. Pause it. Go full screen, maybe.
It's right there. It's gonna be tough to see. We're trying to check the hand here that Kyle called against.
And then this will freeze it. Spacebar will freeze it.
Right there. It's like, it's not really visible. Looks like a paint. Looks like
We're trying, guys.
couple black cards. Not that that really helps any.
I love it. Oh well. Pop out of that.
Awesome.
I like it though. JFK was on it though. He's like,
Nice.
I'll see what I can do for you.
Justin was on top of that. Mr. Caritis. Very nicely done. We tried. Sorry, brother.
Ejected.
All right, so hopefully we can see one more good-sized pot here to end the night. It's been a nice night. Lots of big pots.
Dude, right on.
It's been great. And Justin has confirmed that he had Queen 5 of Hearts.
I'm like zoomed in with the magnifying glass. Queen 5, that's what it looks like.
Wow, Justin is the man pulling that out. Queen 5 of
5.
Hearts.
Queen 5, yeah, both red.
Queen 5 of Hearts. He flopped middle
So he
pair.
flopped a pair and just
then
went
turned
with
his
it.
hand to a bluff on the river. And
Yep.
Kyle's a G and said, no, no, no.
Kyle's a G.
No, no,
and
no.
Don't forget that part. Kyle's just gangster. He took a play out
You
of.
know Kyle's middle name is Izza.
Is it nice?
It is.
I like that.
It is. Kyle is a G.
It's like he
That's
took a
fact.
play. He
That's
took
not
a
even
play
a
out
joke.
of. He
It's a
took a
real
play out
thing.
of Tank X's book and tried to be more thug this year, and that's what he did right there.
Super thug call on the river right there. All right, so Brian O raises under the gun +2 to 25 with King 9 of Spades. Ben getting a little frisky here with 4 deuce of clubs. Hollywood also with 4-3 of hearts. And Aaron puts a small 3-bet in with a couple callers there to 65.
He's like, please come along.
Hopefully this is the big last pot of the night here we were hoping for. With the action here.
Jack, and you need
Oh,
2
wow.
cards under 5. Here we go, Hollywood.
That 3-bet. There you go. If you're gonna call a raise of $25, with 43 hearts. Call 40 more.
Oh, nope.
Nope.
Nope. He does the fold tip. Hollywood maneuver.
Oh, I'm really I'm like shocked. Like I would have lost a lot of money right there betting that all 3 players are gonna fold for 45 more.
Yeah.
Or 40 more. Wow.
He knows he's watching it back in time. He knows what's up, Peter. All right, we got a raise here from Brian with King Queen. Raise to, I believe, 25. 20 it is. Over to Aaron checking out. Frederick with a 7 deuce.
And that's all she
Bye-bye.
wrote.
Yeah, that's it. This hand's going to be fold, game time.
Always like some good pot to end the night.
Boom.
Yes.
Nailed
Killed it.
Nailed it.
On point, sir.
Little nightcap.
Yes.
And then I ended up at Stone's at 2 a.m. for food. Damn it. Every time.
It all
every
comes
time.
around. It all comes around.
Every time.
It all makes sense. So this is the last hand of the night here, guys.
Hollywood. All right, when Honey Badger wakes up with some 10s here, Frederick's got some fun little suited connectors. Hollywood's like, this is the last hand. I ain't trying to lose no money with this queen 10. Forget this. Oh, now look at this. Frederick coming in with a raise here from the button. Honey Badger, clearly with some history from Frederick on all sorts of ends. Obviously he lost the big pot earlier with Frederick, but then he called him down with a single pair on the big board that we saw earlier where we hunted down what he had.
Yeah, and hopefully that little history right there can cause at least some sort of spark here for
So Kyle did 3-bet to 95. Frederick makes the
nice
call.
pot here. Here we go. A lot of flops that could coordinate these 2 hands to make a big pot.
could be
Let's
gnarly.
see if it comes out.
Not bad.
Jack 8-5. Frederick flops middle pair. Kyle's G's 10s are still good with 1 overcard on the board. And he's first to act here out of the small blind. We have some potential here, folks.
Yeah, Kyle did
We have
show
some
that-
potential here.
Yeah, Kyle did show the big aggression pre-flop by 3-betting Frederick's raise here. So he's going to c-bet it out. And pots at 204. Looks like he bets, I want to say, 80 bucks.
Yep.
80 bucks it is. Frederick here, I would imagine we're going to see a quick call. And we do.
To the turn.
10 of clubs would be gnarly.
Oh, the 10 of clubs.
Super brick. It's a great card for Kyle. I mean, it really cannot improve Frederick's hand in any way, shape, or form here. As the poker pros say, they were never drawing for a deuce. They were never looking for the deuce.
Kyle's going to lead again. 364 in the middle.
JFK Stone singing in the chat. Super brick house. All right, pots at 364 bets, and Frederick gets out of there.
Nice hand, KG, to end the night.
KG taking it down. So yeah, game. I mean, you know what? I feel like for our first straddle game, or for our first Annie game, it was really cool.
It was great. No, it was great. There's a lot of big pots. It was a great night.
Yeah, a great night. Yeah, they started out, and like right off the bat, they started out strong, very first hand. Pot of the night probably goes to Frederick with the 3-way all-in with Reggie and Kyle.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, we saw some great poker. I mean, what else are you gonna say? We got Hollywood with the pre-tip. We got the chat. Our people in the chat, like
The chat was awesome.
Straight
tonight.
up,
It
best
was
chatters
great.
of the century.
We appreciate it, guys. That was great.
Yeah, I mean, dude, all the kind words, good times. So coming up this Wednesday, you're going to have Mr. The Beard himself, Jake, in here along with Kyle. and Cali Kid.
Yes.
Right? And then coming up Sunday, you're going to have special guest commentators for the big chip amplifier tournament we were talking about.
Yep.
That's going to be Scott Ball and Lon McCarran.
Yep.
And then you'll be in here a week from today with Veronica.
Yes.
So you'll have to be dodging plenty of sexual innuendos back and forth.
Oh man, that'll be great.
It's gonna be great.
That'll be great.
So guys, tune in. Don't miss it. Wednesday, Sunday, next Monday. Just click that heart and be here with us, man. We always have fun. Sweet.
Thanks.
Good show, dude.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, guys.